And we are live. Hello, everyone on the internets. Um, we are High Shelf Gaming. I'm David, the host of tonight's game. And let's see here, a couple of quick announcements before we really get rolling. Tonight we're going to be playing Cyberpunk Red, obviously, continuing our story with the Midnight Runners and that whole crew. They have elected to take on trying to mend some fences is how I kind of look at it, right? You guys are trying to make it so that LowTek and his daughter Ember don't come after y'all. For stealing all of LowTek's cybernetics from the little gas station from a while back. So yeah,
In fairness, it was a murder shop.
You don't know that. It looked bad. It looked
Apparently
bad.
they were
like
dead
a
when they
murder
got
shop.
there.
Yeah.
It looked bad.
Human.
But then after months, not months, but like days of like learning other things, that maybe they were already corpses. Maybe they weren't.
Are you suggesting we should have asked for information before we did things?
No.
Is
What
that
information
what
could you have gathered? Really? The shop was empty. There were no there's nothing really to tell. So anyways, you have all this cybernetics from this person, LowTek, apparently, and LowTek and his daughter, Ember, she's a fixer, have apparently been looking for whoever stole their stuff, LowTek stuff. And the family is about to split. And you all have decided, hey, before all of our heavy gunners leave this area to go to Sacramento and leave behind all of our wounded allies and younglings and oldlings, maybe we should handle this board problem. Which I'm happy about. I'm really happy about. Oh, I'm so sorry. One last couple announcements. We of course are running other games during the week. Normally on Monday nights we run Tales from the Loop. Katrina runs that one, but we're taking one more week off. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And then Wednesday nights we are playing Blades in the Dark, and as far as I know, that one's still on. So, folks, coronavirus is screwing up all of our lives, and so like these games are touch and go. All right. Touch and go. They might happen, they might not happen. We're really hopeful they're gonna happen. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that stuff, and then at the midway point tonight, when we go to take our break, we are going to be giving away a Legend Keeper license. If somebody in the audience doesn't already have a Legend Keeper license, we've been giving away a ton of them, so maybe already has one. But tonight, I'm very excited that we're gonna be taking on Ember and LowTek. I've been looking forward to this one. So, to kind of set the stage, Vinton and Ta, I think the two of you probably led the charge on this one in saying, we should probably like address this problem of a Borg and his fixer daughter. And knowing that you might need an extra gun hand, the family sprung for hiring a solo named of Zen, which is played by Ethan here. So Ethan, thanks a ton for playing Zen tonight. But yeah, you're all at camp. Zen has shown up on, I don't know, some sort of like dirt bike or something like that. And you're all in the little ratty conference table, right? With the like projector that's starting to kind of flicker a little bit. It's starting to have some problems, but other upgrades are all happening in the family area. But yeah, you're in this little area, kind of sitting around this table with like the last known pictures of Ember and LowTek, probably from the time that Silas and Blue scouted them out. It's probably the last time y'all saw them. A picture of that white truck that they drive, and that's probably about it right now.
So break this shit down for me again, Vinton. You want to what? With the what?
So a while back, a couple of us wandered up to a gas station not too far away from our base here, and when I came across it, it looked like a little murder shack. A lot of dead bodies. well, chopped up bodies, stuff like that. Pretty wild. So we left it. Then another family group went up there, snatched a whole bunch of tech in the front of the gas station that was being taken. Come to find out, that belongs to a big fuck off Borg that used to work for Arasaka, that right now hates Major Lazer, the Razorball player, but we should probably figure this out before he figures out it wasn't Major Lazer and it was our family who stole his stuff. Because as it seemed, they're not killing anyone to get this stuff. They're taking like people who have died, helping, like they're running their own little, basically taking the parts, scrubbing them down, making them new again. One other little thing, this guy is showing signs that he's losing his mind because ex-Aristocrat that's been around for a while. So we should probably figure this out.
Yeah, best y'all can tell, LowTek is in his like 60s or 70s.
Okay. Do we still have all of the equipment you guys stole?
Unless Tech over there got a hold of it, yeah, we still have it.
Ta, have you already broken a bunch of it down for parts?
He's been tempted, but he also knows that it's touched a Borg or it's related to a spec off board, so he probably hasn't touched it. But he's like, he walks by and like looks at a certain piece, like admires it, puts it back, thinking like what he could do with it.
he lovingly pets it.
One day.
Awesome.
Okay.
So yeah, you all still have almost all of the bits. Probably one or two things have gone missing, just because, you know, that happens. But for the most part, you have everything that was taken out of that gas station.
Okay.
So
what's your plan, Vinton?
Well, the only person I think that might know what can get us in contact probably be Hitchens, because Hitchens and LowTek's daughter, Ember, kind of run in the similar circles. And I was thinking maybe I don't personally want to go meet them head on, because I don't want some Borg that might be losing their mind to come and, kill us. But I don't want to hold on to this stuff when we all take off to Sacramento. So I think we need to get in contact with Hitchens and go from there.
Oh,
Set
yeah.
up a meeting.
By the way, what the fuck were you thinking last time when we talked to Hitchens about saying that all the heavy hitters were leaving? Watch your mouth, man.
Hitchens has done more favors for this family than you know.
It's still not smart.
If she's not in a position to mess with us. She's really
Anyone's
not.
in the position to mess with you when you have money. Just be careful.
I gotcha. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Hey, real quick, this ain't my volumes low. Is there any way to boost me? Because I got everything maxed on my...
No, I think you're good.
Yeah, you're fine to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Zen, you're in here, kind of watching all this play out. How does Zen kind of affect himself? Like, what's the...
Zen's probably kind of like standing up against a wall, if there's a sturdy enough wall. If it's like a tent situation, he probably tried it and it didn't work out for him. So he's probably just standing. He's got his arms folded. He's like, yeah, so I only brought a few clips. Do I need to go get some more before we go, or?
You got a rocket launcher?
No, that's cost extra.
Yeah, we should probably go get more weapons.
It only cost it only cost extra because I'd have to go buy one. I don't own one of those.
I think let's maybe try not to buy more weaponry just yet. Let's figure out maybe a peaceful way to take care of the situation. Hopefully,
I'm
we
going to
don't
prepare
need to
for
call
fighting a
Zen.
Borg as best I can. I hope for peace, but really, in my experience, has peace ever been the way that's happened?
So, Ta and Spring, you would both know that cybernetics are, especially someone who's Borged up, they tend to be very well armored, tend to be very dangerous, that kind of thing. But like millimeter wave or really microwave emitters can do damage, can fry electronics. And so a microwave emitter, which is not something you guys would normally carry around, it's really only for shooting at someone who has got a lot of augmentations. Those are very effective. Well, I say very effective. They are probably the most effective range weapon against someone who's all chromed up.
Mm-hmm.
It still takes time. So you have to like sustain it on them and let it like work on their cybernetics and frying their stuff. So it's still dangerous to use, but it is more effective arguably than like a sniper rifle or a pistol because it's messing with the electronics on the inside. And so if you all were to go shopping, that would probably be the one thing that you'd want to include in your arsenal that you don't already have.
Very quickly,
Would wild
vibroblades and melee weapons? Would that
Yeah.
be helpful?
Yeah, I mean that all cuts through armor, absolutely.
Cool.
The challenge that you have is that means that you are in grabbing range of a man tank. And so it absolutely will cut through a bunch of their armor, but then also their hand will do the same thing to you. So it's, dicey.
Man Tank is the name of my new 80s hair band.
And you know what? I'll say Zen. Maybe you show up with a microwave emitter because they probably mentioned that this job includes potentially tangoing with a Borg.
Yeah, he'd just be like, I got my Borg hunting kit. If that's what we're doing today.
And your Borg hunting kit consists of a microwave emitter and an assault rifle and a prayer book.
Pretty good kit.
Is Zen Buddhist? Is Zen actually Buddhist?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Then Zen.
It's the prayer beads.
Yeah, I'd love to say like prayer beads or those little spinning cylinders of prayers. You like spin it, little pocket thing. You spin it to get the prayers going. Something. Those are your 3 tools against a Borg.
I think Vin would hear that and be like, "I'd rather not try to kill this thing."
Oh, me too, man.
Try to get them on our side.
I don't want them on our side. I just want them away from us.
I mean, we're kind of already on like the opposite side of getting them on our side. Because y'all stole from them. So that might be difficult.
No,
you technically did. You guys said that about 10 minutes ago.
I was not.
Major Laser stole from them. We did not steal from them. We're going to run that angle. We're a recovering team. Who knows? I'm working on the fly here.
So, okay. Well, we need to move then if we're going to get this done. Do we need additional gear?
Probably.
We need to get all the tech back together so we can take to them or someone. At the very least, like, sell it so that we don't have it anymore.
No. We don't. We're not going to sell it. I made a promise.
We're not going to sell it. I'm going to use it if anything happens. Like in his mind, he's just thinking of like all the things that are possible, and like the specific pieces that he wants, like in a listed order. Probably has a little list somewhere.
We go to Hitchin. We try to set up a meeting, and then I have a contact in. Was it in Little Detroitus, or was it another part that One-Eyed Turkey was at, David? I can't.
Yeah, One-Eyed Turkey was over by the 2 towers of the what were the names of the two stacks?
Look,
Detroitus and
Well,
no, those
Detroitus
two.
was one.
Right.
Oh,
In Westbrook.
Yeah, it was in Westbrook. 1 second. Let me just
it
go.
was like something like Alpha, or it was like it's menacing, wasn't it?
Godfall. Godfall.
Yeah, Godfall. Yeah.
So yeah, one-eyed. What was it? One-eyed Willie. Or what was it?
One-eyed
One-eyed
turkey.
turkey.
One-eyed turkey. One-eyed turkey is over by Godfall. Yeah. And he runs a little pawn shop out there. That's how you know him.
Yeah. So I got somewhat of a contact in armament and armor also. So let's head and go talk to Hitchens first.
Okay.
Probably go buy some more guns and bullets after that, guys. Just in case.
Okay.
Really quick. What's in the armory? Like, what would be in the armory now that it's been upgraded?
Right now, the armory has been upgraded for protection, all that kind of stuff. There probably are some more armaments in there, but kind of like before when y'all try and get a car and all those things, you have to roll under the armory's value in order to get something that you need that's outside of like a pistol.
Okay.
So let me pull up Legend Keeper where I can let you do that. And what would like to pull out of the armory?
I would actually like to pull out a sword if possible.
Sword, I like it. All right, why don't you roll a d10 and get under a 2 or less?
All right, that's not happening. Okay, we'll see.
It might.
5. I got a 5. Nope.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So they don't have they probably have like some sort of sword there, but it's not what you're looking for. You know that it's not going to be effective against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll see what one-eyed turkey has. He was the one who gave me my ninja kit, right?
Right.
My caltrops and my throwing knives and ninja stuff.
Yeah. He had a whole actually, it's a really good point. He had a whole like mall ninja setup in the corner there with like a bat left and everything. So like you could totally go there and get something cool.
Bat left. What kind of car can I get from Mailbox?
Yeah, you go down to Mailbox and let's do the garage. Roll a 3 or less.
D10.
Yep.
Good for you. I picked up a D12. That's a 1.
Oh!
It's a 1.
All right.
Hey.
They are done with the coffin car if you want the coffin car.
Do we want to risk? Did they get rid of the major laser thing?
No. Major Laser and his epic codpiece are still on the side of the car, but the car is no longer going to brick itself when you drive it. So it's still like it's got this Electra skin on it, so it can like display whatever it needs to display. And right now, Major Laser is all over this thing. There's like 8 different angles of his codpiece for some reason, and then there's this. But the car is like a big metal box with no windows, and when you're inside of it, there's all these screens giving you a 360 view of around the car from all these little micro cameras that are around the body of the vehicle.
Can we turn that off temporarily? The major laser on the
No. Somehow he has made it so that like when he special ordered it that's the only thing it can ever display, and they've been trying to like reboot that and get that image off of there, off the Electra skin file. It hasn't come off yet. You could cover it. You could cover it, but then you have to like cut little holes for your cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah, how about we just, if we were going somewhere to be like, yeah, Major Laser did it, then that would be okay for us to take this.
This is like the opposite.
Very stands out a lot. So can I get like one model back, please? Like,
Yeah. There's a standard streetcar.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Or
unless we're taking Vinton's truck.
Well, I was gonna say, does the Solo know how to drive? Hey, Zen, you know how to drive?
I mean, not particularly.
Everybody can drive. It's just a matter of can you drive in combat situations. And Zen does not have combat driving skills.
No.
Like,
That Major Laser guy, though, he plays Razor Ball, yeah?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
We're
cool
more
stuff.
Zorn. We're more Zorn fans.
Who?
Zorn.
Who?
Oh,
What do you
cool.
Yeah.
mean?
Must be
nope,
underground.
That's just not. Let's just not, Vinton. Let's.
I wouldn't say that outside this tent.
Yeah, just.
Oh, okay. Is that? Oh, does he like? Oh, okay, I got it.
Just.
I got it. Lips sealed. I got you. Laser ball though. That's razor ball, right?
Razor
Cool.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sports ball.
Huh?
We can take the truck and the car, just in case.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, just
I
in
will
case.
drive.
By the way.
I will drive the other car.
So you're gonna take Vinton's truck, and you're gonna take the sedan that you get out of the garage. The what is it?
And a med kit.
Yeah, absolutely. So the family, just so you all know, kind of as you're leaving the camp, one of the towers is down. A second tower is being prepped to be lowered. They're loading a bunch of tents and material into the one tower that's down, into that shipping container. So right now, the family has one tower up, providing watch. And you can tell that the whole camp is getting ready to move. You know, there's things getting broken down. You know, animals are being relocated, all that kind of stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff just happening right now while y'all are kind of tying up this loose end.
Okay.
All right, and go ahead.
I was just saying we definitely need to tie this up.
So a lot of you head into Night City, which is our little gray blob here, and over into Westbrook. So let's toss our happy flag into Westbrook here. Oh, this is going to be annoying. I'll have to do this every time, but it's worth it.
Ready Player One land?
What?
Who wrote that note?
Oh, yeah. Somebody was mentioning that it's that the stacks are like Ready Player One, so they call it that. So there's Zen next to the crew and Vinton. For some reason, none of these are showing their nameplate. Let me fix that real quick. And you all head over to Brick World, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, talk to Hitchens.
Yeah. This one, too. Awesome. Okay, so hopefully y'all can control your tiles here. Seems like it lost some of them. Nope. Okay, perfect. All right, good. All right, so yeah, you all head over to Brick World, and we've gone here a number of times. Like, actually, quite a lot in the last few games. So when you come in, it's very much like what you have seen before. You know, for Zen, this is the first time that Zen has been in here, but Ethan, you as a player have seen this a couple of times.
I think Zen got his cyber leg from Hitchens.
Oh, cool. I love it.
Because he just so happens to have a left cyber leg, and she was hawking left legs.
She was. She had a crate full of left legs.
I think it makes sense. He's from Night City-ish, so.
Yeah, excellent. So, yeah, you all are, you know, go and get your beer. Ta, you get your empty bottle, right?
Yep. The usual.
They don't even check anymore.
No, they just put one down and like they peel off the label for you and everything. So it's like a clean, perfect bottle. and the bartender, he leads you back this time, opens the little door down. You head down in there, and Hitchens is sitting there at her little Coke table with you know, the carpet area, and then there's the stuff in the back. Let's see here. You can hear somebody getting surgery done. You can hear like the sound of a saw doing its thing as somebody's getting an augmentation added. And Hitchens is sitting there with her little data pad, and she's got her cool arms exposed with her, you know, A-frame t-shirt on, or A-frame shirt on, and kind of looks up at y'all and says, "Hey, how's it going? You have my stuff yet?"
Hey, Hitchens. Working on that one. Yeah. How you been?
Been real good. Been real good. Business is humming along again, which is thanks to you. So, yeah, it's been real good.
It's good to hear.
Good. Glad to hear that you're making money and in a great mood because I got a favor to ask you.
Good. Hey, real quick before you get into that, Vincent, Zen, how's the leg? Need any
Oh,
tweaks?
it's real good.
Yeah.
No, it's good. I cleared a couple rooftops the other day. I
Good
was
for you.
really kind of pushing it to the limit. It was nice.
Good for you. Now
Real
remember,
nice.
in a month you gotta come in for lubrication, all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you
Yeah, these
do
guys are paying me
maintenance?
real well, so
Yeah, you have to make sure that you get up to speed on that. Do you want to schedule that now or no?
oh yeah, we can. You need to do the arm at the same time, or
Sure, we can.
cool.
And
yeah.
the two of you work out a date for you to come in and get everything fixed up.
It's just like these guys are paying me real well, so I have plenty of cash.
Yeah, excellent.
Vincent.
And Ta, your arm is all good to go. Because you've been out of commission for a week or so now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're all cybered up. You've got that arm, the tech arm with the gizmos hanging off of it. So your stuff's looking great too.
Cool.
And yeah, you guys are in here. And I'm so sorry to cut you off there, Vinton, but please, what's going on?
Well, first, now because you made me think about it, how's that skin weave order I put in going?
Yeah, it's still coming in.
Still coming?
Yep, still coming. That stuff is, well sought after, and takes a bit to clean up. So, it's coming.
Okay. So, and I'll be here for the odds here soon, as soon as, hopefully, when we get back, either before we head up north or... But either way, you remember all that information about LowTek?
Oh yeah,
Daughter?
LowTek and Ember. Yep, I remember.
Yep. How close are you?
Close? Oh, Ember. She works here in town, and every so often I hear about a job that she organized or that sort of thing. But I wouldn't say that we're close or that we really run into each other much. Just that I know of her and I kind of know where her shop is.
It's going to cost me a lot of favors, but this is what I need you to do. I need you to set up a meeting between us and Ember.
Okay. Do you want me to set it up that, describe to me what you want me to do.
Well, our family came across some missing parts of it that may or may not be the reason why her father may or may not be doing a slight rampage. See, a while back we stole a car that may have belonged to Major Laser, and when our techs opened up that trunk, we found a whole mess of parts. Seems like maintenance parts. I remember you saying, like, that seems like to be the thing that they're seeking. So I'll put 1 to 2 to 2 together and be like, this has got to be her parts. And we would like to return them. We would also like to return them without her thinking we're the ones that stole them. Because we didn't steal them, but if we just show up with them. That would be bad for the family having a board come after us.
Yeah,
Maybe
if they have any
spin
kind of tracking material on it or something like that, they had some way of finding it. It was just parked at your camp.
Yeah, that would suck, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
You would not want that. I wouldn't want that. Not for you.
Yeah, that sounds like a real problem for you guys.
Thanks, son.
So,
Thanks.
Appreciate that.
How old are you?
With Spring?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know, between 18 and 22.
Oh, I thought you said son, but I think you said Zen.
I said Zen. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said son, and I was like, Zen's at least like 40.
I said Zen.
He's beyond the years of being called son.
Yeah, no. No, sir. Spring wouldn't do that
So-
anyway.
So this is where you can come in even a bigger help other than setting up that meeting. Maybe you could say that we were a recovery unit for you to try to keep all of the heat off our family. And this will net you a personal favor. You know what kind of truck I have and what kind of connections I might have out west or out east that would be ready and willing to help you grow your little empire that we've been helping you grow here lately.
Give me a persuade. So
Spring,
All right.
so
Spring is face palmed.
yeah, so persuasion plus cool.
Cool, right?
Yeah, plus a D10. Because what she's really going to have issue here with is attaching her name to any kind of meet that she's not the one organizing. Scheduling a meeting, easy enough, you know. Midnight Runners want to meet with Ember, great. But Hitchens' crew wanting to meet with Ember, it's different.
I got a 10 in it. Total.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, you versus her stuff here. Oh, okay. So she says, "Look, Ben, y'all have been great to me, and I like to think that we are looking out for each other. You know, Ember, she's a nice enough person. You know, she stays alive. She's not a fool. But her dad, you know, it's a problem for me. Not that I've ever had a run-in with him, but if it's like you say, he's missing a bunch of parts that keep him running. I run a cybernetics shop. That's not a secret. And if I suddenly line up a meeting with them, I don't know, and you're returning a bunch of stuff to them that used to belong to them, that kind of puts me in a bind. Because when that stuff runs out, and who knows, right? I'm gonna just come this way. And yeah, I've got Sue's, but that's not anything I want to see. I hate to see her, you know, break LowTek in half. That'd just be awful. So what I can do, I can set up a meet without my name on it. I can tell you where they are. But I don't want to put this shop on their radar any more than I have to.
No, that makes sense, Hitchens.
Yeah, Vin, I just made a couple appointments here, so I don't want to have to make those with somebody else, you know? It'd be real inconvenient.
Yeah.
You have a point, yeah.
Uh-oh. We lost Casey.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that. Don't know what happened.
No, you're fine.
Froze.
Fine.
Did you hear all of
I
David's
did.
spiel? Okay.
I heard most of it. I heard that cybernetic shop would be pretty bad if. And what I was saying, I don't know when I cut out, but what I was saying was, it would be a shame if something happened to our family while we were gone, and we have been very valuable. Anything you can possibly help us deflect the heat from us?
Yeah. You know, let's say you were to just leave it on a street corner. I could probably get word to her where the stuff is without her really getting it back to me or you. If you wanted to arrange a meet, I could do that. I just don't want to put my name on it, is the thing.
How level-headed would you say Ember is, Hitchens?
I mean, she's been running for a while now, right? So, I mean, she's no fool. She's put some people in the grave if they needed it. She's, you know, I would say that that she does not have a reputation for being especially cruel or backstabbing, you know, but smart. and maybe that she does her research a little bit.
I can see
Well,
that
you
being
said you know.
problematic.
You said you know where they work, where she works out of, correct?
Yeah, I know where her office is. If somebody ever wanted to do a job for her, where they'd go. We kind of know where each other's haunts are. Like it's just she's high enough in the echelons, and close enough in my spheres that I kind of know where her office is.
Well, how about you just tell us that? You don't have to arrange anything. We can drop it off. We're not connected to you. You're still good with us. We're still good with you.
Yeah.
We don't want to get some street rat stealing some drop that we made.
Yeah, that works for me.
I think that'll work for us too.
Okay. Well, 1 second. And she kind of fiddles with her pad a little bit. And then, do you have an agent? I'll just send it to you.
I do.
I do.
She flicks it over to you guys. And it's a shop in Night City proper. It's down some little alley in the Upper East Side.
Okay.
Which is kind of over by where the Razor Ball stuff happened a while back. So it's kind of in that area.
Okay.
She says, well, if you're going out there to hand this stuff off, it sounds like you shouldn't be in too much trouble, if you just found it like you say. But be careful, because, like I said, she's smart and she does her research. So, is there anything else I can get y'all while you're here? Any other orders you want to put in?
I'll check back in
Broke.
with you a little while.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear that, Vinton. Hopefully that changes for you.
Broke or dead.
Well, I don't want dead.
All right, Zen.
Oh, that tidy sum that I sent you. Any information come out of that yet?
Remind me real quick what that was.
I wanted you to track down the rest of at least where they were living at, names, addresses.
Oh yeah,
family members.
yeah.
And
She's.
then I also wanted to find out.
You have that
the
coming to
murder
you. Like
was.
that's probably been trickling into Vinton over the course of the last couple of days.
Okay.
So yeah, she's just gonna as she gathers information, she's gonna be dropping that to you.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate it, Hitchens. We'll get on that other job here shortly. Appreciate the train. So.
Yeah, I hope that train works out for you. That's kind of cool.
Pretty interesting job we did, but it worked out. Thanks for your time,
By the way,
Hitchens.
I want to hold back real quick if everybody else is. Yo, Hitchens.
Yes.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice to know that thing had a bunch of drones on it. That was something that I feel like you would about.
It's not every day that somebody goes to try and take a train. There's quite honestly not a lot that I know about them. I just knew about this one guy and his penchant for leaving it around the place. Unfortunately, the police report didn't mention any of that kind of stuff, so I just didn't know that info. What kind of drones were in there?
Scary ones. I'll leave it at that. Ones that almost took out half.
Oh.
Top.
Oh.
You ever watch the movie Aliens?
Sure.
You know the hug facer thing?
Yeah, the with the tail. Yeah.
Yeah. Now imagine that with a 9mm or something bigger on the bottom end instead of teeth. That's what there.
All right. Good to know. Do all the trains have that?
Hitchens, if you think I'm gonna steal another train for you for free,
You didn't steal it from me. You stole it for you. I just happen to know where one
Yeah.
was.
And you also now know of a crew that can do it, so I know how this works.
You know,
I've done this before.
knowing that you have this capability in you does mean something to me. No lie. But good to know that these things can defend themselves in some way.
I would assume that they do. We have stripped ours down, so ours is useless in that sense. But we can talk shop if you want another one. I'm sure Spring would be up to adding or web patrol of stealing things.
How many trains do y'all want? I mean,
how many trains do you need, Hitchens?
I don't need any. I'm happy where I'm at without a train. But if I ever do need a train, I will let you know.
Alright, alright. Anyway.
Vincent, you
Just
take
let
care
us
of
know
yourself,
what
okay?
You too. You too.
All right. Yeah, you take off. You're all, I guess, like kind of awkwardly in the bar, not really ordering anything. Or maybe you are. I don't know.
It's definitely ordered something else.
Okay,
Just
good.
Like,
Good.
I'm
I'm
just
tinkering,
you know,
probably.
I'm on the
With
job.
my fingers.
What's in that vending machine? Is there still AP in it?
Yeah, you guys go out to the vendo. The vendo machine has it has like full mags of jacket of hollow point and all that kind of stuff in there. It has a Kevlar vest and a Kevlar like it has an outfit. You can vendo an entire outfit out of this thing. It looks like it has not been restocked with AP yet.
Any weapon, not submachine gun or.
It has some pistols and some hollow point ammunition, that kind of thing. I guess the jacket hollow point is no, never mind. Yeah, it has like that kind of stuff. But the AP ammo, you guys cleared that out last time you were here, and nobody's come by to restock it yet.
We needed it.
I'll buy
at the time.
I'll buy a clip of hollow point.
Cool. Yeah. You put in I don't know 20 creds and like a little mag for your pistol comes out fully done up. Fully loaded with.
Mechanic-wise.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, mechanic-wise, what does a hollow point does for the game? Is it just something to say cool? Is it a mechanic advantage to it other than just regular bullets?
Yeah, in Cyberpunk Red, there's not yet any like official rules around that kind of stuff, but I always put that those did more damage after they got through the armor. It was easier for them to be stopped by armor, but once they got in, they did more damage, kind of thing.
I would like to buy 2 clips of submachine gun.
Okay, for a submachine gun, that's probably closer to 30 creds per, just because it's more bullets, right?
Gotcha.
But you get 2 mags, right out of that machine, so 60 rounds fully loaded in a pair of mags for your SMG.
Cool, appreciate it.
Do you guys want me to have any of that? Because you can buy it and then you guys keep whatever I don't use.
What do you have?
I have an assault rifle.
I got a clip, and we're getting ready to go to One Eye Turkey. I'll get you some at his shop. So I got a clip in my truck.
Yeah, I'm just letting y'all know. Like, you just buy it and then you get to keep it when we're done with it. But it cuts into my profit margins if I start buying a bunch of stuff for every job I'm on. So you guys know how it is.
Who did we hire? Who did we hire?
Ooh.
Oh, really cool solo.
Zen, when you're looking at this vendo machine,
man, you know how it is.
This vendo machine does have a pair of motorcycle batteries with the right clips to plug into your microwave emitter, so that you basically have another reload of a microwave emitter if you wanted to buy that. It really is just 2 motorcycle batteries with the appropriate connector to actually plug into this thing. So they're heavy as hell, but
I'll point those out and I'll say if you guys want me to have more Borg microwaving power or whatever, you can
Do we get to keep
Buy me a
those?
couple of those. Yeah, you can keep one.
Mhm.
I mean, if they're empty, you can recharge them, I
One of
guess.
them.
But
How much would they be?
Yeah, they're probably like 10 creds each. You know, I
Oh,
mean,
okay, then,
it's
yeah,
it's
I'd buy 'em.
because these are like when you buy them, they're clearly used, right? Like they kind of smell funny because there's probably a leak in there somewhere. But
Yeah.
hey, the good folks at Vendo will keep you stocked in whatever you need. Knowing that
Any
when you're buying out of the
apocalypse
vending machine, you
situation.
probably need it right then and there, and you're not going to ask too many questions.
So I'd buy them, and then I'd take them out, and they go, all right, you get to hold them, though, and I just give it to him.
yeah, okay, that's no problem. Again,
Okay. Yeah, so you've got this like these two motorcycle batteries with this like funky connector that your microwave emitter has this long cord you can plug into them. So you can carry them with you or stash them in a car or something like that. I just want to like point out that they are two big batteries. It's two batteries that together is just kind of cumbersome and heavy.
right?
Yeah. But you're good to go.
They come with like a little nylon strap or something. To
Sure. Yeah. You can
over the
see that they're
shoulder.
taped together and that like they're taped together so much that you're like, this smell that I got, it's probably like sloshing around there between the two batteries. And it's just being held together by like, duct tape of some kind or gaff tape or something like that. So like, don't puncture the tape and you're okay.
You're like, oh, this is great, fellas. Thanks. These are all yours when we're done.
It's Vendo, like, and like all the mags that y'all buy out of here, they're all dinged up, like nothing is new in this thing, but it is what you need when you need it.
It's like Little Caesar's pizza. It says hot and ready. It doesn't say good.
Right.
It just says hot and ready.
Yeah.
And it's still passable,
Maybe if you
Exactly.
need pizza.
It gets the job
for you.
done.
It's
Exactly.
$5. It's hot and it's ready.
Yep.
No
Mhm.
lies.
Yep. That is
Regardless of what time you go.
right.
That's the fun
Scary.
part.
So,
Drunk Little Caesar's best.
So y'all have the address for Ember's office, but you're gonna go to
one-eyed turkeys.
One-Eyed Turkeys, yeah.
Yep.
Turkey.
All right, so let's
Emporium.
It's
It
a
wasn't an
little
emporium.
yeah, it was an emporium.
Turkey's emporium.
What a jerk. Yeah, so you guys go up here. One-Eyed Turkey is somewhere in this square. You're over by the Godfall stacks, and you guys remember the stacks were these like big I-beams that have been arranged to carry shipping containers, and they've been built up out of these two city blocks, and they're starting to meet towards the top. Between those two stacks is a bazaar with like food and clothing and all kinds of stuff. Your daily needs are being sold on street level between those two stacks. But One-Eyed Turkey's emporium is up over here, and y'all drive up, park, walk on in. There's cages or wrought iron on all the windows and doors, and there's the big metal garage shutter thing that's all spooled up, waiting for them to close up shop. And when you come in, you can see the disabled traps with guns pointing at the doors and all of that stuff, just waiting for him to close up shop, and a little neon sign that says open. And when you come in, there's like racks of some clothes and some camping supplies and stuff like that, like your standard, almost like a tractor supply company type situation, where there's just like auto parts, and then there's like flannel shirts and that kind of thing. And then there's this big glass counter that loops around the whole store in a big horseshoe. And inside that glass counter are all the like nicer things that are under lock and key. And then behind that counter are racks with, say, guns or liquor. All that kind of stuff is all being sold here.
That's definitely two things that should be sold in the same establishment.
Hell yeah.
Zoning laws in Westbrook.
But you can also get your flannel and car parts, so it's a one-stop shop. It
Yeah.
really is.
I think it was
Thank
like
you, One-Eyed
Minnesota.
Turkey.
I think it was Minnesota I was hearing about. It was some like Michael Moore documentary, but if you got like a new checking account, they gave you a shotgun for free.
Right. Yes.
like,
That sounds about right.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and this store is probably running a deal right now. It's like if you buy a, I don't know, if you buy a home defense kit, which is like a big bundle of like of protection to put on your walls to keep bullets from going into your walls and all that kind of stuff, it comes with a shotgun. So if you get all the stuff to defend your home with his gear, he'll just throw in a shotgun and a box of ammo as part of the deal.
That's a good deal. Should we do that? That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's probably like 1,000 creds for like enough stuff to
never mind.
defend a large-ish apartment.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of empty bags. Like, no, you take the bags, you put sand in it, and you put those on the floor so the bullets can't come up through the floor, right? And then you put these up to reinforce all your walls so bullets can't come in through the walls. Detroit just really wish they had this stuff, but they didn't, so they got fucked. That's One-Eyed Willie's, One-Eyed Turkey's sales pitch.
Oh,
what about
I'm
the
glad to see
ceiling?
he's a little more.
Say again.
What about bullets through the ceiling?
Oh yeah, if they're sending VTOLs at you with bullets coming in from the ceiling, you're screwed. Just give up.
I mean, and VTOLs are one thing. But what about just some guy who climbed up on the roof?
Yeah, that's fair. I guess what I got for you then here. Actually, I got just the thing, and he goes over. He's come this way, and he goes over and he's got these like big metal doors, right, with the full seam of the hinge instead of being hinged in 3 places. It's a floor to. It's like the whole top to bottom hinge made out of metal. It's like, look, here's what you do. This is perfect. You take one of these big metal doors. It'll stop a rifle round. Okay? Take one of these and get yourself, 10 or so of these cinder blocks. Just, get 4 legs, put this big metal door on top of you, lay down under the door. You're golden. Ain't nobody coming in on you from that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Ta loves this store.
Pretty good.
Ta is just like a kid in a candy store because everything he can use in some sort of way. You can make it IEDs. You can make all this other stuff. So he's like running around.
Oh yeah. The whole like you're not supposed to sell like a couple of these materials in the same store. They don't observe that. They don't sell you explosives
together.
They don't sell you explosives, but they are on the same shelf. Yeah.
You get like they got the big garden gloves and just like right next to the big container of nails.
Right. With
your nail bombs.
With the bags of fertilizer. Yeah. Yeah. So One-Eyed Turkey, he doesn't talk to you guys much. He's kind of an old coot, but his employees are very helpful little anarchists and will show you whatever you want to see. I
need 1 anarchist cookbook and 1 of everything that's within the cookbook.
Yeah, actually, we give away a little pamphlet of those for every $100 purchase. Just
hey, love it. I'm gonna need some rope, some silicone, some other parts that I need that I can't think of off the top of my head. David.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Don't know yet. MacGyver.
Okay. Yeah, you get yourself some supplies. You want to throw like 100 credits toward this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like a MacGyver kit worth 100 creds.
Yes, you have things worth 100 creds, and in that is definitely going to be rope. Okay. And some kind of like petrol lubricant or something like that.
I was thinking also separately kerosene, like the like camping, those kerosene gas things for like stoves.
Oh yeah, like do you want a stove or do you want a little like
almost little propane canisters?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I want those propane canisters.
Sure.
Are you gonna light the rope on with kerosene and Home Alone it?
Yes, Todd. That's the plan. You never know when you're gonna need any of this stuff. Oh, you should know of anybody, Todd.
Like, yeah. He's just like running through all the things. Like this isn't in no way judgment. He's like, yeah, I like it. And then Ta would like to see if there's a sword. kind of like a MacGyver kit, but more like scrap, so like more to modify rather than make something new.
MacGyver's my
And
thing. Can't have it.
yeah,
So,
and
what does Ta want out of here?
to see there's a sword. That's like the first thing.
What kind of sword? Yeah, there's a whole in the corner is a whole mall ninja situation. So what does Ta want?
Man, there's so many options. Whatever. Is there like are all the swords vibro swords or
No,
like vibro blade swords?
no. Some of them are like really crappy, butterfly knives and that kind of thing that nobody should ever really use in combat. And then there are like legit combat weapons,
Mm-hmm.
like
How
melee
much
weapons.
are like the legit? How much are like the legit combat swords?
So you go and look at what they've got for like real combat weapons, and you're looking for like a sword that. I just want to make sure I'm pointing in the right objects. You're looking for a sword that's like one-handed or two-handed, and you could like lug it at something that would really do some damage, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. So there's the Annihilator 2000, which looks like it's about 2.5 feet long. It's really a chainsaw.
All right.
But on one side
behind that.
is this big metal guard over it that has like yellow caution tape. So you could hold it on one side, right? But on the other side, at the tip and all the way going back towards the grip, is the business end of this chain sword situation. That is guaranteed to ruin somebody's day. So they've got that, the Annihilator 2000, and then they also have a perfect replica Vibro Batleth from Star Trek. It's the giant two-handed thing. You click some buttons and the whole thing starts to like do this sonic vibration thing, and you can like do whatever you want with it. It's giant. It's like way too big, but it's got 4 points and some gnarly looking blades, and it'll do a vibrate for a few minutes before the batteries on it die. Those are the big ones. Those are the big swords.
Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much is the Megadeth or whatever the other one was called?
The what?
The like the pirate sword that is a chainsaw basically.
Yeah. The Annihilator 2000. Yeah,
The
that.
Annihilator.
Yeah, the Annihilator 2000 is right at 700 creds.
Okay.
And it runs on gas. You have to start it up.
So it's really bulky.
Yeah, but it ruins a person's day.
Okay.
And it's
I
not
need to keep some
quiet, right?
Okay. I need to. I need to do some thinking.
Yeah.
Can you come back to me?
Yeah, and you're talking with the kid. What's the kid's name? Kid's name is going to be Kofresh. Kofresh.
Oh, fresh.
Kofresh is this like really sleek, long-haired black girl, and she's showing you all about the sword. And she's like, "Look, here's the push button start, right? So you pump, do this, hit this button a couple of times to pump the fuel in. Hit this button, it's gonna rev up, and squeeze this right here to get it going, and you're in business. So it's fast acting, but you gotta be careful with it because if you flip around the wrong way, you're a goner kind of thing. So yeah, Kofresh, she's helping you decide what sword to buy.
Okay.
So I would actually like to go talk One Eye.
You go to One-Eyed Turkey.
Yep.
All right. So you go, One-Eyed Turkey. He's kind of in his back little plush chair. It's where you found him last time. It's like this old like black leather chair that's like obviously his chair. He's the only one who ever gets to sit in it, and it's just far enough away from the the countertop to be like, hey, don't mess with me, right? He can see everything that's going on in the store. He's far enough away to not seem helpful. He doesn't look helpful, but you come up to him and he kind of like makes eye contact with you for a second, looks back over the rest of the store. Yeah, what do you want?
I want to know if you had any rarer things. You know, something that not everyone on the street, you know, maybe something anti-boar.
Well, you going up against one of those?
Potentially.
Came in here with only 3 other people.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Hence why I need the bigger ordinance.
Yeah. Well, tell you what. He kind of points over to this guy helping out Zen. And like, that kid over there, APOC. He's pretty good with understanding how to put that little shelf of chemicals together. That might help you out.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
Dang it, I really was hoping he would give up his military assets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep trying.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I rolled and he didn't. So
I was like, every time I come back, I'm gonna keep asking for bigger and bigger stuff.
Yep. So you go over and Zen is being helped by this kid apparently named APOC. That Zen didn't even know what his name was. And Vincent, you go over there and he can show you how to put together an improvised explosive thing that will do some damage. You know.
I walk up. I was like, "You got anything like an 18 kit explosive can put together?"
A what?
18. You know, the old.
Oh, right.
You know what the 18 is, right?
Right.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. I mean, I think my dad liked that show, but yeah, I kind of know what you need. What are you looking to take out? We're talking like a car or a building.
A tank.
It's like man-sized, though, if that makes a difference.
A board.
It's like a man-sized tank.
Think of a man tank.
Oh, okay.
Think of
From what
that
I'm
truck
hearing-
out there with all of the guns.
I think it's some kind of like Arasaka Spec Ops number from like back in the old days, if you know what I'm saying.
I like that you guys are like having this quiet conversation while Ta and Spring are like, "Did you see this thing?
Yeah.
Did you see this thing?
No, come over here. Look at that.
Check out this."
All right. He comes over. He says, "All right, you two follow me." He takes you over to the counters, the shelves with all the chemicals. He's like, "You're gonna want, I think, all of this. At least all of those bags of fertilizer, and a couple of these things over here. These things, and you're gonna need, about 5 or 6 days to put it all together, blend it, cook it, and then." You want to like hide it in a pile of trash or something and get your friend to walk by. And then that should be all she wrote.
I think we're doing this today, man.
Cool. All right. So
Am I wrong on that, guys? Because I didn't. I think
yeah,
I just
no,
got
we're-
paid for the day.
all
Maybe 2.
Me too.
you got paid for 1 or 2 days. Oh boy, I love it. He says, "All right, hold on. Let me think. Okay. You're gonna need those bags, and you're gonna need." He starts doing a little shopping list with you. He says, "Okay. Now, if you don't need like a week to do this," and he walks you through how to make like basically a couple of lunchbox bombs. So like something that could be contained, effectively pipe bombs, right? And he's like, "Look, it's loud, it's messy. It's dangerous, but they could do a lot of damage, and you don't need a lot of time to put this stuff together. Whoever puts it together, though, really needs to know their stuff, because when you go to screw the caps on to keep all the explosives inside, they can't do it fast because a spark could send you up. All right? But if you buy this stuff here and you go and assemble it off-site, like maybe a block or two away, and you're careful, that'll get you somewhere with this thing.
How much do they pay to get you to mix it up?
Oh, no, I'm not. Look, I got all my fingers still. I'm not doing this.
Okay.
You really like spending other people's money, don't you?
I'm just trying to help you guys out. That's what you hired me for, right?
I'm sure our two techies back there can handle putting stuff together.
Zen comes as a fully prepared fighter and accountant. All
Then
of your-
comes with what he's got. If you want anything else, that's on you. Because you already hired him.
Working with mercs.
He'll use whatever you got. He'll give it back when he's done.
Yep.
I interrupt this show just to say that there is a MacGyver wiki
Yes.
that lists all of the problems solved by MacGyver and how.
That's
that's going to be good.
So
Character reading.
Yeah, Ta, just
Without mind.
got your back.
How much? What that?
No, you're saying something. You go ahead.
No, sorry, I got distracted. Go ahead, talk. Sorry.
So I realized I was looking through my notes. I actually have scrap left over from when we were last here.
Yes.
So actually, I don't need to buy any more scrap. But I sent an image in the Discord. I'm looking for something kind of like that, like a 10-inch blade, something that I can just kind of conceal a little bit easier, but they'll still do some kind of damage like that.
Sure.
Is that possible?
Let's see. Okay. They don't have that. They do have like they'll have like a machete.
That'd be fine.
That is, real sharp and would last you would do the trick today, kind of thing. But it's not vibro. It's not going to last a long time. You know that to get it back to really cutting through some armor, you're gonna have to do some TLC between ops to resharpen it and all that kind of stuff.
Cool. That's totally fine. Can I have that?
If you wanna,
because I love that book.
Cool.
If you want a bent knife, I can like bend one of those for you.
I think you just break the blade.
Right, it ruins it.
Let me worry about that. Okay, let me worry about that.
Just trying to be helpful.
And then
you're very helpful, Zen.
And then I'd also just want to like re-up on my ninja kit, so more smoke pellets.
Right. Oh yeah, you used some. Yeah.
I used them. And last thing is like,
I think the ninja pellet, the smoke pellets are probably like, I don't know, 5 creds per or something like that, because it's not like a giant military, gas can. It's like it's like little firecracker smoke bombs.
Just a little thing.
They're
yeah.
Those stain like a motherfucker.
Oh,
Do not play with those too close.
Oh yeah, they catch shit on fire. I mean, they're real dangerous.
We used to play with those all the time in the backyard, and the concrete would be just like, look like you just threw a bunch of paint at it.
Yeah. It smells like crap. Yeah, of course.
What a sling, like kind of a pretty heavy duty slingshot.
Oh yeah, Ta could make a slingshot, but they do have a Target Master competition slingshot with the forearm brace and the hyper pull, guaranteed to get near supersonic speeds. It doesn't, but that's what they say. You can totally get like a competition slingshot here. It's probably, I don't know, they sell it to kids probably every day, so it's $50. Like it's the And it really is like you hold it, and it's got this like brace on one end, and you can pull it back super far, and it's got a little like targeting loop, so you can aim.
Awesome. That's perfect.
Awesome.
So
Used to make
What do you-
old school slings back in the day. You just take like 2 belts, put a little pouch in between them, and kind of sew them together. Just twirl it over your head. It works pretty good.
thanks, then. Thanks. And look back at the.
Was that Zen or Ethan?
That was Zen. It's like it works about the same.
Hey, good. Thanks. And just look back at the person I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, it's still
Fine,
co-fresh. It's still co-fresh.
Oh,
That was a legitimate recommendation.
No, I hear you, dude. I get you.
Co-fresh is like giving Zen the stink eyes. Like, this is the one you want. This is, really, it's gonna really put one, wherever you need it, and that's really what you want. She's like, go away, Zen, fucking this up for me.
Sorry.
So how much would that cost me?
That's
So
50.
like with the little like. Okay.
Yeah.
So sounds like. All right, 170. Okay, cool. Thank you.
It's all carbon fiber and crap. I mean, it's like way over designed, but it's
Yay.
awesome.
Would it be too much to ask with the explosives that can be charged?
That could be what?
Can they just send a bill? Charge to the family.
I mean, the family's not interested in paying for pipe bombs.
Explosives.
Yeah.
How much is a? I
That's an
never did
out-of-pocket.
get a price. How much does?
Oh,
enough
right.
pipe
Yeah.
bombs gonna cost?
Yeah, to get all those materials together and all that stuff, it's probably not cheap. It's probably like 300 or something like that to end up with 3 pipe bombs worth of goodies.
Anybody want to help? I only got
Nope.
$140 left.
I just spent all the money I have left.
On the dopest slingshot ever.
And a machete.
And a machete, yes.
and my smoke bombs.
Yes.
How much would I get for 150 Eddie?
For 150, probably 1 bomb's worth because of the packaging that you're buying. Like you need a bunch of materials, but you don't get it all in the right ratios. So you either get like 1 bomb's worth or 3 bombs worth, and that's probably gonna be about it.
How much did that? You know what? I still have that night vision. The R.Talsorian returns?
No, but we will buy it back from you.
Just give me one.
I can make
You get enough stuff for 1 bomb.
a dope slingshot with that scope.
Oh, put the night vision on the slingshot so you can like see in the dark.
I can already see in the dark. It just look cool.
No, that was an expensive piece of kit.
All right.
No, and they want to
All
buy
right.
it back.
So y'all buy your stuff, right? And you have the stuff to go make a bomb, but you don't have a bomb, just so you know. Okay?
Gotcha.
I would like to go take a break.
Yep.
And then we can get on with the
Before the
now that
end.
y'all are done shopping at One-Eyed Turkey.
One-eyed turkeys is the best.
Literally became the A team here.
I guess.
Zen's just like, I
No.
like you guys. You guys are pretty fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we're
spend
awesome.
money. I get to benefit from some of it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so folks, we are going to be giving away a key for a copy of Legend Keeper, which is a beta key. Legend Keeper is a really cool site that allows you to run your campaign, do some world building, all that kind of stuff. We do it all the time. That's how this game is run. That's how all of our games are run nowadays, is through Legend Keeper.
We
And
run tails through it. We run blades through it.
yeah,
This game.
that's pretty much the best.
Our D&D game.
Yeah.
What should our keyword be, folks?
Techie.
Emporium.
Okay. A techie or emporium? Which one?
Emporium.
I think I'm spelling
Yeah.
this right. All right. I'm going to toss this in the chat. Folks, on the Twitch chat, you need to go over to Twitch if you want to be in on this. the Emporium. Toss Emporium into the chat while we're on break. We're going to be gone for about 10 minutes. We're going to come back 10 minutes after the hour and pick up where we left off, either making a bomb or moving on to taking care of Ember and LowTek. We'll see how it goes. But we will be right back in 10 minutes. Oh, good times. And we're back. Checking out the chat. Let's see here. Stop it.
I just want you to roll the damn thing.
No.
See
All right, I'll
this.
roll the stupid thing. Don't roll it. Ah, you won. You get another. What are you up to? Like
Another
200
one.
or something invites now?
Well, I could just email myself an invite and
Right.
just keep going.
Oh, good times. Okay. We are back. You all have left One-Eyed Turkey's pawn and emporium of dark future necessities and camping supplies. And
And camping supplies. Is that
And liquor.
that's a necessity. You know.
Oh, I gotta add something to the legend keeper. Hold on.
You know, if being quarantined and all this stuff has taught me anything, it's that liquor, it's necessary. It's essential.
It really is. You know,
Yes.
like they didn't close any of those down because like people who are legit
Mm-hmm.
addicted to alcohol, you can't just be like cold turkey and you're in quarantine. That's like
Yeah,
they might
if you
die.
go in the if you go in the hospital for an extended period of time and you're an alcoholic, you get prescribed beer.
Oh, hey, T-Cal, I'm so glad you're playing D&D with the fam. Tell everybody in your family I said hey, because that's awesome. I love that they're playing D&D.
So is it
nice.
One-Eyed Turkey's Pawn Emporium and Liquor Store, or is it?
No,
Pawn and
it's
Emporium?
it's Pawn. It's what is it? Pawn Emporium, and Dark Future Essentials and camping supplies.
Just a really big thing.
It's like a real long name. Cost them a fortune to get all that in neon.
And camping supplies and
And
Dark
ca-
Future Essentials and camping
And
supplies.
camping supplies.
All right, cool. Great,
Can
great.
the and camping supplies just be kind of like painted on there?
At the last
With
second.
an N?
Yeah.
Just an N?
Yeah,
N
and
camping supplies?
apostrophe.
Like
Yeah.
he got a big shipment of camping supplies in and was like, "Oh fuck, that's not.
I gotta.
That doesn't fall under any of these things."
Yes, it really doesn't.
Oh my god, that's so big it doesn't fit in the title page of Legend Keeper.
No, it doesn't.
But it's in there now.
You put the in camping supplies in the actual description.
Yeah. Jagos, One-Eyed Turkey does not have an eye patch, but he only has one eye. So you can see like where his other eye is just like perma shut and obviously missing the bit, the eyeball itself. So it's like not a pleasant discussion ever with One-Eyed Turkey. And he's a jerk, right? So it's like I don't like talking to you, you
Yeah,
unsettle
yeah.
me, and he's a jerk all at the same time.
I like it. I like the ampersand and the in apostrophe.
Yeah.
being
It's a lot of
coexisting.
comments.
It's like I love, he probably started with Pawn and Emporium, and it was like, oh shit, now I'm also all these essentials, so I'm gonna move the ampersand.
So you see like the faded sign where it used
Right,
Back in the day, it started with pawn,
right,
and then he got a bunch of other stuff, so he
Right.
added emporium.
Well, Emporium made it sound better.
right. Yeah,
More
really,
high
really,
class.
really classed it up.
He's like, I keep getting all these military shipments, so I should probably add more than pawn.
So you all leave One-Eyed Turkey's fine establishment, and head. Where do you
That's the
go
subtitle.
to assemble this pipe bomb that you've purchased?
That's a great
Detroitus.
question.
Okay, you go to Detroitus. That's fine. There's nobody there.
Exactly.
It's all shot up. And you guys remember, they went to war after y'all left for a couple of days against Esplatoon. And Detroitus is fucked. I mean, it does not look good. And nobody lives there. So it's nice and quiet. And you can
Well,
build
these guys. I used to do some jobs out here every now and again.
Yeah.
Did you do jobs for Esplatoon?
No, those guys were creeps.
Good.
funny. I didn't realize I've been dragging around this label. Let's put that back over by Brickworld. Where it belongs.
They didn't really like hire out either, you know. They kind of had their crew. That was about it. But I had some folks from Detroitus, but they all ran off after some kind of firefight deal.
Is it Detroit US or IS?
I think it's
U.S.
U.S.
I thought, yeah.
Okay, Detroitus. Okay. You never
I
know.
think if you're going for detritus, I think or detritus.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how
detritus
that's
and
spelled.
Detroit, but-
Just making sure I got it right. Just making sure. All right, so we're over by Detroitus. You guys are in here. You have effectively a city block all to yourself to make this explosive that is only going to kill you, right? It's not going to kill the city block, but if it goes off accidentally, it's going to kill you. So who's going to put this thing together?
I'll wait in the car.
I said the cat.
I will. Hopefully, Spring will help, but if not, I'll put it together.
What's your
It's
or
basic
is
tech.
it a basic tech
It's basic tech.
with kit bashing?
No,
Yeah, with kit bashing.
no, just
Without
basic tech.
You should do it. You should do it.
What's yours at?
I'm at, I think, 14.
I'm at
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
Cool. I like building bombs
Can I help? I mean, would it be
in,
possible to give her
in
another
role-playing
run if I help?
games.
Right. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Y'all are over in this area, and Vinton, you've been getting some reports about Esplatoon. Esplatoon has bailed or is bailing on this whole firehouse situation as well. And as y'all drove by and kind of glanced at, you get a lot less sense that Esplatoon is still in this area. Sounds like they're still in Westbrook. They're just not trying to hold the firehouse anymore. Because, when they got weaker, other gangs want that spot. It's a great stronghold, right? And they really can't hold on to it anymore. So now, outside of milling around the firehouse, you see a lot of some other gang you've never seen before. They look like, I don't know, just drug pushers or something like that. That none of them are really carrying intense armor or weaponry, but you see like 5 or 6 of them just kind of milling around outside that firehouse, and none of them look like the Esplatoon folks that you were dealing with before.
Can I see any markings, or would I know what gang this is? Like, would they be the same guys who tried to steal the truck the last time?
Yeah, definitely not the land pirates with their face tattoos. Right. You definitely don't see that. But you do note that the building is getting tagged right now. The tag is not done, but that style, you think you could probably figure that one out. Especially once it's complete, you'd be able probably figure out what gang that is that's moving into this area. All right. So.
I take a picture. I try to take a picture quiet, like it's stealthily on my phone.
Sure. Yeah. While they're building the bomb, you're doing some recon, trying to get this picture without any of them seeing you. And I'll give that one to you. I mean, they're not trying to be subtle about this thing. They're trying to like really make a statement that this is their place now. And so like it won't be too tough for you to get that image.
Zen's totally just chilling with Venton. Because
cool,
definitely not standing anywhere near bomb construction.
Yeah, and I'm getting some word that you're a little quiet, so I'm going to boost your volume just a little bit, Vinton. Hopefully that's good. Oh,
now I'm getting static.
Now you're a bit louder. Here, let me.
What's up?
Oh, we were getting notes that you were quiet, so I was trying to boost your volume, but now we're getting your background noise.
Hold on.
Folks, he'll be right back. Sorry about the layout changes. Go one more time.
Is that better?
I think so. Chat, let us know if Vinton is still quiet, but I think we're okay. Awesome, thank you.
They say better, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, the two of you are making a bomb. So, Ta, you are playing assistant right now to Spring. So, go ahead and give me your basic tech roll. So, basic tech plus a D10 plus tech, and let's see how you get together.
You want me to roll
18 and 18 in total for me.
Okay.
20 for me.
Okay. So with Ta's 18, Ta, you do a really good job of greasing the threads on this pipe bomb so that there's no like metal on metal contact when it's being put back together. So you were on safety detail, really, just to make sure that this thing didn't go off while y'all were making it. And then Spring, you were doing the detonator, of course, loading the pipe and packing it with extra shrapnel bits and the detonator, the little remote control detonator. that you're
Mhm.
you're kind of MacGyvering together. And so you've got all that put together. Y'all were able to safely construct this bomb, and it's armed. It's ready to go off right now. You just have to hit the button on your little like plunger to make that happen. So that is probably like battery out kind of thing, so that it can't accidentally go off. But you've got a little button to make that bomb go off whenever you're ready.
I give those to Ta.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, Ta, you've got this little hand thing. Red button makes it go boom. There's a little 9-volt battery that's currently not in the transmitter. And when you're ready, plug in the battery, hit the button, and the bomb is going to go off. Like, without any delay. It's just dead.
Okay.
And that's what you got.
Get venting and get this shit done.
All right. Are you all you all have with you a big black truck that's all armored up, and you have this sedan. Are you taking both of those cars to Ember's place, or are you taking just one of these vehicles to Ember's place?
Both of these vehicles. I am taking the sedan.
Okay. And
And I would like to use my truck.
Yep. So you're in your truck. You're in the sedan. Who's riding with who?
I'll be with Ben.
Okay.
On the truck.
Okay.
Yep,
And
Zen
Zen.
ride with Spring then.
Okay. Cool. So let's get Spring and Zen together, and
Hope you like techno.
yes. All right. So you two are in the truck, and you two are in the sedan. You all head into Night City proper, and you head around to the northern end along the waterfront, and you end up near Ember's place. Which is right here.
Oh shit.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let me get your
Hallway.
characters loaded in here.
Oh, Zen also made like way more small talk than was necessary with Spring on the drive.
Perfect.
Tell me more about all those things, and it's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, and just kind of like asking a lot of questions, just like, how you guys doing? Like what's the deal here? You guys seem pretty tense. Maybe take a break sometimes. I like to take at least a week between jobs, just to keep myself fresh.
That's I try. That's a good schedule to keep, but with this crew, they're always getting into trouble. Like you would think they'd try for some downtime, but no. You do like one job. Like we stole a train, right? And then you think that we would just sit and chill? No. On to the next thing. Now we're fighting a Borg.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of that's more of a gig lifestyle, like I get hired out for a day or two and take a week. When I start getting low on funds, I take another job,
That sounds, that doesn't sound bad. Tell me more about this like gig economy. Like,
I mean, it's not stable, I don't have like retirement or
well, but who
anything.
does these days? Who does these days?
Right. Who can afford that? I just get enough to keep my cyber, up and running, and keep a couple mags full to bring with me on each job, and that's kind of it. That's all you need, really.
I mean, I think I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a blog.
And you arrive at this place. You all pull up, park nearby, and walk as two separate pairs, and you both end up at the end of this alleyway. And I know your faces are really small in otherwise a normal-sized alley. Maybe we adjust this later. But yeah, you've got this long, kind of dirty alleyway with these garages that have closed down. There's some sort of like a Korean noodle shop in the back here that's shuttered. And to the left-hand side is a door with its light on, kind of pouring into the alley. That's Ember's office. And the rest of these are either storage units or the backs of restaurants, or maybe there's like an apartment entrance right here, kind of thing. But it is as you see it, stacks of pallets, a big thing of trash, somebody's motorcycle is sitting here, and yeah, Ember's office is just down there to the left, next to this pole.
Great.
So
Couldn't be anywhere near the street, could it?
I can put my armor and stuff on, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
would.
Just checking. Some people get a little jumpy about it and want me to
Psh,
wear something lighter, but
yeah, you're fine. Keep yourself safe.
heavy armor, Jack. All of it.
Yeah,
I
you
think,
put on this war suit. I mean, this is like layers of plating. It's heavy, right? So this is not something that you wear casually. But yeah, you put this on. It's got a high collar and a helmet that nestles down into the collar. So when you're in here, you can turn your head left and right a little bit, and you basically see over the collar of this jacket kind of situation. It could probably take a grenade, right? Is the idea here. You're not quite in the EOD suit, but damned if it doesn't feel like you're kind of in an EOD suit. Yeah. And I think a couple of you have these, right? Like Vincent, you've got some.
I got extra set plus my own.
All right. I'm going to make y'all bigger. So I don't want to resize this stupid alleyway. I'll just make you all bigger.
Cool. My picture looks awesome.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
And that hat on Zen.
It's wild. I don't know.
Vincent, do you want me to change your photo? You gave me a new photo. Do you want the new photo?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because the new photo is badass.
Also, I'm just gonna say that photo for Zen. That's not me.
No,
David found that one.
I did.
And that AI did some
I feel like
did some
Something.
stuff.
stuff.
This AI has been seeing too many memes of the Nike with no brim meme that's been going on lately. That's what that looks like.
Yankee with no brim.
Here's the new Vinton.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
He's changed. He's not the trucker as he used to be anymore. Not after the
Right.
cartoon thing.
Yeah. Vinton has gone through some shit. Let me edit your main character too.
Zen does totally have that Asian/Pacific Islander kind of vibe going on,
I like it.
for sure. Just
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
with a lot more cybernetics, because I think he's got a cyber eye, a cyber arm, and a cyber leg.
Damn. I hope they alternate sides, like left, right, left, or like right, right.
Looking at the art, they do in fact.
Yes.
Maybe the eye's on the same side as the arm. I can't
All right.
really.
Real
We'll
quick,
say
does Zen have inner ear comms, or is there a radio built into the helmet of that
It
combat suit?
does not say on this sheet.
Okay.
So I'm
gonna
assuming
say
built into the helmet.
I'll assume that while the helmet is on, you have good comms, and you sound crystal clear. There's no wind rushing by. You're starting to break out in a little sweat. So you've got some flaps behind you that you can open up to like let your heat dissipate out of the suit while you're not trying to be IR hidden. Like you can zip all up and like contain all the heat inside if you don't want to be picked up by IR, but then you sweat yourself to death. So like right now you open the flaps to let the breeze carry out some
conversation. For now, it's a conversation.
It'd be like, man, I really wish I could put mine on. But he knows that he is not going to get anywhere with Ember walking in there looking like a
right. We just want to negotiate with this giant combat suit on. She's like, oh, really? Panic button, panic button.
Mm-hmm.
You guys hired me as the gun, so that's cool, right?
Just stick outside. Yeah, stick outside for the moment, if you don't mind.
let us know.
I'm sure when shit happens, you'll hear. that shit is happening.
Yeah, I'll keep an ear out. Yeah,
Mhm.
2 years out even.
Awesome. I'm assuming that we are connected via radio or call. So
Hmm.
okay.
And yeah, just let me know on the blog thing. I can
Oh no,
send you a
totally.
link.
I've already sent my email over.
Great. It's good stuff. I try to, really put some effort into it.
Oh yeah. I dig it.
All right, so who's going down this alleyway?
I am.
I will be.
I'm at least going to get to the entrance of the shop.
I'm looking for shit that can kill us though. Like
Sure. Give me a perception.
Oh yeah, can I do that as well?
Sure.
give me a perception. Okay. What? 15.
15. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff.
21. Yeah,
21. Excellent.
Nice.
All right. So you all don't notice anything specifically that can get you killed, but right up here in this little stack of stuff, Spring, you notice a camera.
Okay.
And Ta, you notice that one too. But Ta, you got a 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Way up here on this rooftop, there's actually a little automated, a little dome thing that you know to be an automated turret. It's currently in its housing, but if it ever wanted to, it could pop up and a barrel would come out and it could look at things, shoot at things, do whatever it needed to do. But way up here is a little it's in quiet mode right now, but when you spot that, like, oh shit, that there is a turret.
Okay. And so, like, non-vocally, I'd tell at least Spring, hey, there's a turret on top of there, and kind of like motion with my eyes without without looking like I know that it's there. I just tell Spring.
I'm gonna
Or I'll
pass
tell
on
everyone who can do it. Yeah, non-vocally. Whoever can hear me non-vocally.
Yeah,
Tell.
you're all on radio comms together, so you
Okay,
can all hear each
cool.
other.
Yeah.
I
I'll
want
tell
to
everyone that.
key in our solo to it, so potentially they can shoot it. But
Oh yeah, I'll watch out for that.
thanks.
I'll keep an eye on it. I'll be out here,
Cool.
Keep my good eye on it.
Do you have a bad eye that we need to know about?
One of them's fiber optic and the other one's organic.
Normal,
So,
okay.
Fiber optic one's the better one.
Good times. Okay. Anything else y'all want to do before you walk down this alleyway?
Make sure Vinton's in front.
Yeah, Benton's in.
Wow. Appreciate it, guys.
Vinton's in front.
I
I'm going to make you smaller because now you're further away. We're doing some force perspective stuff here.
Yes.
Then Spring, you're kind of behind Vinton.
I have a paper right.
And then Ta, are you behind Spring?
Yeah.
Right. And then Zen, you're bringing up the rear.
I don't like that we have this.
This is against a Borg in an alleyway. I just want everyone to know.
It's like, man, what a bad spot.
I don't like when the GM is figuring out marching order.
Like,
Is that what I'm figuring it out?
I see you, GM. I see you.
I'm in a bad
No,
spot.
he's
I
just
got
trying
light
to make it
armor.
neat. He's just making it look neat. That's all.
Far away
Nah,
from my truck.
Vinton, you get to this motorcycle. And you look it over. It's a nice bike. It's an old world Harley. Looks like it's been lightly modified. Maybe the front fork, the back suspension has all been beefed up, but otherwise it looks like a fantastic bike. It's got a carriage in the back, so not like saddlebags, but like a little platform where you could like put a big toolbox or something like that on the back of the bike.
Yeah.
That's been added into it. So that's the only thing that's really been changed from otherwise a like perfect mint condition, like old old world Harley, like one of the big boys, one of the big cruisers, you know. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of gush on the Harley that you're walking by right there. And you know, another couple of feet, and you're at the door for Ember's office. And there's a light coming in through the window. Like there's a door, and that door has a window, and on the other side of that window is a light that's kind of pouring out into this alleyway.
I guess I'll knock on the door if there's not a buzzer or something that I can hit.
Yeah, there's a buzzer.
I hit the buzzer.
And a little the brick right above the buzzer flips forward, and there's a little screen, and you can see just on top of that now screen is a little camera, and you can see that sometimes it would show video, but right now it's got a little icon of a camera with a slash through it, and you hear a woman's voice say, excuse me, who are you?
Name's Blackbeard.
What do you want, Blackbeard?
Got some information for you that might help you out.
And who do you think it is you're talking to?
From what I understand, unless you got a patsy in there and tell him by the nice bike out here, you must be Ember.
On the screen, you see this face appear.
Very lovely.
And
I know that guy.
And yeah, and
I know that guy.
And Ember is staring back at you in her full chrome body with chrome eyes. And it almost, the thing about having a chrome skin is that everything becomes reflected off of it if it's in high sheen. And so even though you can tell that her skin should be perfectly smooth, it looks etched and pocked and looks like it has texture on it, but that's actually just the reflection of everything, you know, forward of her reflecting off of her skin into the camera. And she says, "You are right. I remember. Why don't you come on in?"
Like I thought you would be. All right. There goes the charm. I open up the door.
Cool. Yeah, the door opens, and directly inside this door is a metal cage with another door at the end. And when you open your door, there's that same little brick is still open, and it says, "Come inside, and I'll buzz you in."
All right. And I'll go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
You two watch your backs.
You two.
Yeah, I'll go as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So all
I'll
three.
be standing outside and kind of wave at the camera like, "Hey, I'm here," just so you know.
Cool. Yeah, there's
Like,
there's like a little metallic wink at you from the bricks. Like, sure, if you're gonna wave at me, I'll acknowledge your existence.
I'm just like, "Hey, I'm a gun out here," just so
Right.
you don't get all spooked out by
Right.
it. You know,
Right.
he's trying not to get shot.
Sure, yeah.
Aren't we all?
And the three of you walk into this cage, and then shut the door behind you. You hear the magnetic lock power up on the exterior door, and then the lock on the interior door release, and that cage door starts to just swing loosely open, just gently open. You are looking into, you're inside of a man cage, you know, a cage that's intended, it's like probably about 7.5 feet tall. It's probably, I don't know, 6 feet wide kind of thing. So it fits your whole party, but not comfortably, right? You're all in this like kind of thing together. And there's a door that enters into like a waiting room. It's kind of mundane. There's a couch. There's a table with some, you know, with some ashtrays and that kind of stuff on it. One of the ashtrays has some cigarette butts in it. There's a rolling bar, like with a bucket of ice and glasses. and it's otherwise hardwood floors, and you can tell that the far door in here has this, is one of those, metal doors, security door type things. And as that door opens, you kind of see the rest of this room. And over by the rolling bar is another monitor with a camera. And that monitor flicks on with Ember's face on the glass. And she says, why don't you all come in and have a drink? I'm finishing some stuff up right now, but why don't you tell me what this is all about? And you can see her eyes, go back to some other screen, and you can hear some clackety clack as she's typing something up or doing something.
I'm looking for ways to escape. Or
And I'll be.
Cool. So you just case this room real fast. There's the big metal door leading deeper into this building, and there's the closing cage door behind you. You can tell where there used to be a window next to the exterior door that looks like it's been since bricked up. You've seen that, right? Where it's like there's bricks and then there's this like square of new bricks where the old window used to be. So clearly, you could probably like force your way through that in a pinch. But otherwise, you've got the two doors. Above you is a drop tile ceiling, but you have no idea what's above that ceiling.
Okay.
Can I look at the door locks to see if something needs to happen quickly? If there's something I could do to like unhinge it really quick or something like that?
Yeah. So on the cage and the exterior door, those are both locked by magnetic locks, right?
Mm.
And these are the sorts of magnetic locks where they need, without power, they would stay locked. So if you weren't running power to them and a signal to say, hey, unlock, by default they're going to stay locked, and then eventually the battery that's inside there would run out of juice and the electromagnet that was holding it shut would release, right?
Okay.
That's just kind of the dead man switch thing that's a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
This other door that's towards the back looks like one of those big metal security doors. It's probably got a full seam of a hinge. You can't see the lock on this one, and there's no doorknob on that door. It's just a flat metal door. The cage is honestly the weakest part. It's got that same electromagnetic lock, but the cage door itself it's a couple of hinges, with a blowtorch in a couple of minutes. You could get that cage door off of its stuff. The main exterior door and this other interior door, those look like those would be challenges to get through quickly.
Ember, I heard that you might have had some parts go missing.
Well, yes, Vincent, I did lose some parts.
And I also...
Oh, fuck!
My team and I have run across them.
She just used your... Can I... out of character?
She's like
just
typing.
Used your name.
Well, I just realized what I
she's
just
typing
did.
away. She says, do you happen to know these people? And on the screen where you see her face, you start to see long range shots of the Midnight Runners camp, and a picture of Dexy with blood type O negative, and a picture of Blue Lotus, and a picture of Silas, and a picture of you. And she says, so I thought y'all were leaving. My notes here show that you're packing up, and yet here you are. She looks at the camera.
I would feel more comfortable face.
Sure that you would.
You're not gonna do that, are you?
I don't think it's in my best interest to share a room with you right now, Vinton. Who have you brought with you? I don't recognize her.
Hired guns. It's just me. We lost. I'll be straight with you. Seeing how you already know anything, no reason to come bullshit. Am I right?
That would be best.
We lost Blue. Taking out Blue.
You see her like chrome skin kind of furrow as she like processes that. I hadn't heard. I'm sorry for your loss.
All right. But her dying wish was to make things right with you and Father.
Really?
When we came across your little outfit, we were hasty is the correct term into thinking it was some kind of like, murder camp.
Oh, because of the bodies.
Right. And see how somebody who would come across that by accident would see that. So we started trying to figure out who this was. And the more information we got and the more we learned about you and your father, the more we realized we fucked up.
Yes, you did.
Now, I promised Blue that I would help take care of this family. We do have things we need to take care of up north, and the last thing I need is a very capable fixer with a very pissed off Borg coming after an undefended camp. So, and I lift up the bag full of parts with no cost involved. We want to give you back your parts and walk away from.
I think you have brought them back. Open the bag.
I open up the bag.
The camera that's above this monitor telescopes out and like peers down. And then it retracts back.
Fucked.
It seems that you've brought most of, or even all of, what's gone missing. That's good. That's very good. As for walking away, I don't know that I need to do that.
Ember. At least.
You need to understand that my father is a very sick man. And he's being held together by duct tape at this point.
Right.
And these parts, he needed those parts. Still needs these parts. But he needed them to not deteriorate.
Right.
Any of these hired guns you brought happen to know anything about cybernetics?
I sure do.
The camera like tilts over to you.
What are you?
I
turn back and it's like, what are you doing?
The other two of you go back into the cage. Ta, stay where you are.
She knows my name.
Alright. Boy, did we really kick a horn out of game. We really kicked a hornet's nest.
Do you go back to the cage?
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I go in the cage.
No. She's saying Ta, stay where you are. She wants the other two to go back into the cage.
I have a medical background and know some tech. Probably want me to stick with him.
She kind of glances off to the side. Okay. But I want the two of you to be unarmed.
I'll drop my pistol.
Okay.
I'll drop a lot of stuff.
Take off the machete.
I take off my belt. I take off the machete. I take all my ninja stuff. I take my gun out. I take my rope and grappling hook out.
Oh, I don't take my coat off. I don't take any of that shit off.
Right.
No, I'm keeping off my poncho hoodie, but I'm taking off what would be considered a weapon.
Right. Yeah. She says, just
Just
put them all in the cage.
I shoot the meanest death glare to Vinton. as I
Look,
get ready to go do this thing.
Ember,
And then, oh, sorry.
they are my responsibility. Now I will be unarmed. But I would feel much better if you let me stay with.
Vincent, you're not a surgeon or a cybernetics expert, are you? My file says that you're not,
No,
but maybe you have hidden
I am
talents.
not.
Okay. It's best that you stay in the cage then. You will be doing them the best service if you just go ahead and step into that cage.
I want to do a perception to see if that drop tile has any kind of gun. That's just gonna put me in a bad spot.
Sure. Yeah, you kind of glance around this room one more time to get a real good sense of what all you're facing in this room. Go ahead and give me your perception roll. Nice. So the you don't see a turret. There's not like a drop turret in here or any of that kind of stuff. But what you do see are a couple of, yeah, Vinton would know this. A couple of halon nozzles that could fill this room with basically a micro cement that could turn your lungs into cake.
Great, and I left my damn battle suit in the truck. Alright, I'm going. I'm going. I just decided to show up and be all nice and happy.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's
Locked in a goddamn cage.
yeah.
It was awesome.
So yeah, she buzzes. The cage door opens, and you throw your pistol. You put all your guns and stuff. Your machete.
It's like one of those scenes where they're like, put your guns down, like everyone puts a couple things in, and he keeps like just pulling just stuff out of like kind of nowhere.
Yep. And
Look, Ember, he's been through a lot.
Zen's over comms, just like, everybody good in there?
and Vinton, you get into the door. You get into the cage.
Yep. Not really. I got a choice in this matter, so yeah.
Cool. The door buzzes shut right for the cage, and then Vinton, you hear the exterior door open. She says, "Vinton, you probably want to take their things outside. Stay with your friend."
Ember, I'm going off of good faith here. I'm trying to do the right thing. Please do right by my friend.
Go ahead and get
I'll
outside,
take
Vinton.
his. All right, Ember. I grab this stuff.
Okay. Once Vinton leaves, the door buzzes shut. She says,
Before
"Ta, who's your friend here?"
this is spring, and we are some damn fine techies
She kind of
and a med tech.
She kind of looks over at you guys. Spring, you mentioned that you're a med tech. What's your history? What's your training?
It's on the streets,
Okay.
but I'm damn good at it.
Okay. Did you bring your kit? Do you have supplies with you?
I got my med bag and stuff on me, yeah.
Ta, any weird little surprises locked away on your person that I need to know about?
My fingers are my tools, so be prepared for that.
Go ahead and show me.
So I'll show kind of like maybe like a little laser cutter to kind of cut through some things, right? Something a little bit like that, like a lock pick. I will show my slice and dice finger to be like I use this sometimes for cutting flesh and other things. Kind of lock it back in. And whatever the little fingers are, I forget what they are at the top of my head, but most of them are pretty innocuous and like tool grade stuff. Like it's a little, screwdrivers and stuff.
I got lockpicks.
Okay. Are you both rested? You've eaten?
I
It's been a
we're
long
ready
couple
for
days,
whatever
but
you have for us.
we're ready.
Okay.
No
And
sense
before
in
we walk
prolonging
in,
this.
I'll just kind of like whisper just to Spring, go, this fucking family, and just kind of like, all right.
So, here's the rub. My father is a sick and ailing man. Given that the two of you have skills and came with Vinton, having the equipment is not enough anymore. Because my father can no longer be trusted to do his own maintenance in the condition that he's in right now. But if you bring that bag and your skills into this room and give me your time for the next few hours to put my father back together again, I'll let you leave here unscathed.
And the family?
And the family is, I will stop monitoring them, stop watching them. It'll be as if nothing ever happened.
And what if we don't succeed?
Then it would be bad. Be bad for you. Bad for your family.
Well, I guess we shouldn't fuck it up then, huh?
It's a good plan.
All right.
Quick question out of character. Does she know Ta?
She mentioned Ta by name before it was introduced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, shit.
But she
She's been
didn't know
gathering-
Spring.
She's been gathering info on y'all.
Yeah.
Been gathering info on y'all.
She's had a minute to figure out what the fuck is going on.
No, she had Dexy's blood. That was the big one.
Yep.
Well, you should let us in so we can see what we need to work on.
Yeah. Give me a minute. And her eyes leave the screen, and you hear in the other room, you can hear a heavy set of footprints, footfalls on the other side of that door.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear you hear the creak of some kind of bed or something like that. And after a couple of moments, she comes back to the screen. She says, I'm going to buzz you into the surgery room where you'll meet LowTek. He's conscious and will remain so throughout the procedure. And I will be monitoring his status throughout as well.
All right.
If there are issues, you will not be leaving this building. So, do what you came here to do. And you hear the door on the inside buzz as it unlocks.
Do I still have radio communication? Can I tell?
You do.
Okay.
It's probably-
Before we go in there, Vinton, keep an eye on the
Yeah.
place, but you guys should back up. If we don't,
Spring.
if Ta and I don't do this right, we're dead anyway. So just get the hell away from here and keep an eye on it.
Right,
It's not like you guys are gonna bust in the fucking door.
right.
I hope Blue is worth this shit. And then I'll go inside.
Then it's about time for you to make your paycheck, don't you think, buddy?
What's that now?
He just been like thinking about other stuff.
Zed's just chilling.
What? What's
You
going
don't
on?
care.
I've been paid.
Then you're about to get paid pretty good. You think you can take that turd out up there?
No, what? No, that's the opposite of what.
Is that the way you want to go, big guy?
Not yet. I'm working on it. I'm gonna let
Okay.
y'all do what you're doing. I got a plan.
No.
Hey,
Okay.
out of
Alright.
All right.
out of character, David. Can my truck fit down that alley?
No.
I thought that was the point. I had a feeling
Oh
that
my
was-
god.
No,
No.
it's good. Well, okay. I'll say that the body of your truck can go down that alley very carefully without necessarily hitting the walls. But everything else in that alley is getting tore the fuck up.
Okay, I just sit down far enough to get my chains on that door. You forget I'm a flatbedder. I got more tools than
Yes.
Ember remembers. So
Yes.
he's gonna have a really rude awakening if things go sideways. So play game, play on. But I am working something in the background.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna need you to take out that if things go loud, I need you to take out that turn.
Okay, boss. Just let me know when to take the safety off. I'll get some cheeseburgers in the meantime.
There's that Korean noodle place.
There's a noodle place too.
I mean, if you want, man, I've learned not to eat on an oppin'.
He's got a point.
Yeah, I've run into that a couple times too, but
He's got a point.
All right. So Vincent and Zen are outside working, keeping themselves busy.
since typing up a blog post on his agent.
Can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it.
So Spring and Todd, do you guys go through the door?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah, you guys both open the door. There's a short hallway. Immediately to the right is a break room, a very small break room with a little like fridge and a microwave and a coffee maker. And on the left-hand side is the medical suite, which is really just a table that was probably lifted from like a dentist office based on the shape of the table, and the biggest man of metal you've ever seen. It's head to toe black chrome. It's faded with time, and he's sitting just kind of shoulders curled forward, kind of looking down. And throw up LowTek real quick. And you can see like where a face has been made onto the body of LowTek, and you can see where the chrome along the head has been shaped into the form of hair, right? But it's obviously all just hard metal. It hasn't moved in decades, kind of thing. And there's some equipment off to the side. There's a heart rate monitor and that kind of stuff over there. There's some breathing tubes and that kind of stuff that are kind of coiled up, waiting for someone to use. And in there is a little camera, a little dome camera, and you hear Ember's voice saying, "Through the break room is a bathroom, should you need it, and in the room here with LowTek, you'll find surgical gloves and a sink to clean yourself up with, and all those things." And he's kind of sitting there and he goes, "Diana, they will figure it out. Just let them work. You paranoid daughter of mine." And she says, "Dad, I can't just put you in the hands of strangers without precautions." I know. So you two are going to work on me today?
Seems it. And there's a part of Todd that's just like, what the hell's going on, but also like amazed because an Arasaka Spec Ops bot is just fantastic. So there's like something like awesome in like looking at such a thing,
Yeah. It is kind of beautiful. Just in the joints that you can see, you can tell how they had an obsessive eye towards efficiency and stealth and all those things. You can tell that he's got all of his camouflage emitters off because you can see the full black metal. But as you get closer, you can see all these like little teeny tiny bits of metal antenna that are etched up off the skin where it can like flash up and change the color of the whole suit at various points and do active camo and all kinds of cool stuff. It's really kind of breathtaking as you take it in. You don't know if any of that stuff still works, but you can tell that the suit has been, maintained by a professional for quite some time.
How bad's the damage, old man?
Well, what you're going to find is a lot of kind of pieced together parts on the inside. It's not perfect. But what I really, really need right now is for you to take some of that skin weave and replace what's going on around my brain box. And I need all of my main joints relubricated with new sheaths. And I believe that the parts you brought with you have enough to do that. And Ember says, just tell him. All right. If I call you Sam, I've been told I might call you Sam. If I do, I'm sorry. So.
It's gonna get real bad.
Come on over here, Sam. Let's get this going. As he sits back, lays down.
All right, so I'll go up. And first, can I just like perceive him to see like weak points or like what's really decrepit or kind of things like that? Just kind of like.
Yeah, give me your Spring, you're in here for medical stuff, so go ahead and give me your kit bashing plus first aid plus intelligence or tech. And then Ta,
my tech.
yeah, Ta, I want you to do the same thing but for cybernetics.
Okay.
To see how bad this guy's stuff is.
Okay.
First aid and kit?
Correct. Yep.
22.
22.
Oh, 23.
Okay, good.
Oh God.
So
Hold on.
yeah, you're good.
I go roll a 1.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
I got an 11.
Awesome.
I got an 11 cyber tech wise. That's
right.
good. Let's get the one right out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way, please.
So Ta, it sounds like what LowTek was saying is legit. Just in the initial like look over, it's like, yep, those joints are starting to seize up. That kind of thing is a problem. You haven't seen the brain box yet, but you presume that that's equally bad. Now, Spring, in your kind of medical assessment of what's going on, you know almost immediately this dude has Alzheimer's. Just in the first few little like exchanges, there was a moment where there was a flash of confusion, and then it's just by the way he's working, you know that he's mentally struggling with understanding what's going on around him.
Okay.
Do you convey that to Ta?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ow.
Vocally or subvocally?
Oh, we lost Casey. Oh, okay, coming back. I think
Spring would say out loud, how long has he been suffering from dementia?
he says, "The fuck are you talking about? I've never been smarter. I've never been sharper. Just get in here and fix this stuff."
I look for a camera. Is there a camera? For to see, to look at Ember?
Yep. Yeah, you kind of glance around, and you hear a beep in the break room.
A beep in the break room?
Yeah. Like there's some, I don't know, like a ding, like the toaster got done making toast or something like that.
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
You go into the break room to wash your hands, and in there, there's a little like display on the fridge that normally is supposed to tell you like what's in the fridge and how things are going. And on there is a radio frequency.
I put that in.
Okay. Ember says he's been going downhill for the last couple of years now. Is when I noticed.
That sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. The meds for that stuff you just can't get anymore. So for this, it's probably going to be your job to manage that. Make sure that he stays safe.
I know I ain't exactly in the place to ask this, but how long are you gonna keep him going?
He's my dad. Gonna keep him going as I can. My biggest problem is that he's a tank. And I have to kind of think about that.
Okay. Okay. I'll put some gloves on and then go back.
Cool.
And look at Todd and tell him to go wash his hands, get gloves on.
You come back in and LowTek kind of glances over at you and says, Sam, what are you doing? Go put the breathing tubes in. You know I don't want to be awake for some of this.
I'm working on it.
And you go over, and the breathing machine that they have has obviously oxygen, but then also has some sort of like knockout gas in it. And Borgs, I don't know, they don't need to breathe through a mouth, right? So there are ports that they can be opened that bring, the oxygen / whatever you need into the body so that you can do what you need to do.
I'll start setting that up.
Okay. While you're working at that, he says, Sam, you got any new girlfriends, or what's going on with you lately? It's been a while.
Around the block with a couple. Back with Stacy. You know how Stacy is.
Stacy. Heard her name. Back with Stacy again. Really? You sure that's a good idea?
And I'll keep up the banter as I set this up.
Okay. While you're doing this, go ahead and give me just a straight persuade. Persuade plus
Cool.
Yeah. So you're trying to go with the flow here. You're trying to make some stuff up and keep him in good spirits while you work on hooking him up.
18.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you avoid any landmines. You're nebulous enough in your responses as he connects with you as old Sam. And,
Dave.
Yes.
Looking at this kit here, how easily could I take him out?
Define take him out.
Kill him.
Yeah. So the challenge that you have with Borgs like this is they have auto docks in them that will release antitoxins, that will, do restart the heart, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of auto survival mechanics built into these suits. You don't know if any of that stuff's still working. You don't know the conditions of any of those things, but that would be your biggest hurdle is whatever you would do that would normally kill a person. Frankly, you need less of it because there's less meat in here, but you're fighting an active defense system. And you're not fully in the know on these sorts of things, but you do know that those old Borgs did have like self-defense stuff beyond just protecting the body, but like, a little like taser that's built into the thing or something like that. They would like get rid of somebody who got too close.
Okay.
So you know what it would take. You're not exactly sure if it would hurt, if it actually do it though, just because you don't know what you're up against in there.
Okay.
Ta, you get into that room to wash your hands in the break room, and that radio frequency is still on the fridge.
So I'm gonna be washing my hands, and I say, I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit of a mess in there. I may need some heavy duty tools. You got everything available?
Are you on the frequency, on the radio frequency that's up on the fridge? Or are you just saying that out loud?
I mean, I'm just kind of washing my hands. Like I'm saying it to her, but I'm just kind of trying to act calm and like wash my hands and do all the other stuff.
Sure. The fridge dings again, like it's made you toast.
All right, so I'll walk over to it and go, do you have everything necessary? I know he's been able to take care of himself for a while, but Brainbox, that's going to take a little more than some self repairs.
Yeah. Do you swap frequencies?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. We moved some images around.
It'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It'll be right back.
So yeah, you swap the frequency, and Ember says to you, yeah, check the cabinets and things. There's some spreaders and some big tools in there that he used. That should give you what you need.
Okay. And as I finish washing up my hands, I kind of just like do a diagnostic on all my fingers and like kind of rotate my hands 360 to like show that like everything's kind of getting going. And I go, if something happens in there and he goes a little upset, let's call it, are you ready to step in and help? Because we're trying to help you.
Yeah. Well, you'll need to do well. I don't have training in these things.
Just to calm him down, keep him down, something that so we can finish our job and get out of here.
Okay. So, you finish washing your hands. You go back into that room, and
I take whatever tools I would need.
yeah, in those cabinets are like pneumatic spreaders and all kinds of stuff that they're not like organic, right? So it's not like you're opening a rib cage. It's like, hey, when I lift this panel, I need this panel to stay in place. So there's like a little pneumatic tube, with little rubber stoppers and all that kind of stuff. Like really high end auto repair, right? But you can't let anything get too far away, kind of deal. And yeah. So, Spring, do you put him under or do you keep him awake? He's asked you to do both, and I just want to know which one you do.
Ember said to keep him awake.
Right.
Do I still have that radio frequency of Ember?
Yep.
So I subvocal it.
Okay.
Awake or asleep?
He says, he asked you to put him under, didn't he? I heard it.
Yes, he did. But since you have a gun pointed at me, I'd like to know your opinion.
Okay. Hook up the life monitoring stuff and go ahead and do as he says.
Okay. So,
there's a little port that you open, and you can attach the heart monitoring trodes, and it's not like it's reading the heartbeat. It's like being fed data from the suit to give you a sense of what's going on in there. And you go and hook up the tubes to put him under.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After a few minutes, he is in a deep slumber, and the suit is, keeping him going, even though all of his, all of his like normal activity has put him down into whatever that equivalent is in Cyberpunk, where he is not conscious. All right, Ta. To start this, you need to put the suit into maintenance mode. So go ahead and give me your cybernetics plus tech, without kit bashing. With kit bashing even to put him into maintenance mode.
Okay. $26.
Good, because this type of suit does not come with a manual, and you anticipate there's lots of like tricks and traps in this sort of thing, right? These suits do not want to be put into maintenance mode by someone who's not certified to work on a Spec Ops Arasaka suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go through the effort and, look and look again. You find the first feature set that should let you put into maintenance mode. You kind of put that one aside. You look around some more, and eventually you do find the right set of, places to hook into and, send them the right bit stream so that the suit goes into maintenance mode. And from here, you're pretty much in a good place. You've got the suit is still protecting its owner, but you can do things to the suit without it signaling you as a threat. So what do you want to tackle first?
So that means, right, that the auto defense system isn't going to shock me or do something silly when I do stuff, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So he said address his brain box. So I want to just kind of get that off. Just prepare everything on his brain box.
Cool.
So get it ready for us to manipulate and cool.
Okay. So you start opening up the suit. This one's tough. The brain is not in the head. It looks like it has been repositioned to in the hips. And it is under layers and layers of ablative armor. Active defense armor, a biogate that kills any kind of pathogen that could get through here. All kinds of stuff. Clearly, they're intending for this suit to take tremendous damage and still protect the brain. So it does take you some time to get in here. Go ahead and give me your cybernetics plus tech to get into this part.
Okay. 18.
Awesome. So it takes you about an hour to get here. In that time, Vinton and Zen, you guys have been outside for a minute, talking about what you all how you want to affect this situation from outside. You've heard no reports from Ta or anybody else. You haven't heard anything from Ember. The turret is dormant. What do y'all want to be doing with this time?
That's up to the boss.
I would like to find a back door to this place.
Okay.
Something that possibly might be a little easier. I would also like to, and if not, I would like to find how to find Ember. Because by now I would put together either she is in a well-secured area of this building or not.
Gotcha. So, you take some time to walk around this structure. You go outside the alley, walk around to the front-hand side. The front-hand side is like a... it's an apartment building and an auto shop. So there's a mechanics bay with a little it's like a one-car auto shop with some tires outside and some VTOL thrusters outside, that kind of thing. And there's this old, wrinkled Asian guy that is sitting out there waiting for a customer, kind of thing. And that's directly opposite of Ember's shop or her office. It looks like his repair bay is not super deep. It has enough depth to fit a truck, maybe. Certainly not anything like your truck, but like a pickup truck. kind of thing,
Yeah.
and like a little kiosk where you can pay, almost like an ATM where you could pay for services. And above that is an apartment, and then that apartment kind of goes up for 4 or 5 floors before it looks like it comes into something else, some sort of like not quite penthouse, but some other like office or maybe a club. The windows change at the top level.
I want to talk to the little old man.
Okay.
Uh,
He kind of
I think-
regards you. He's sitting on like one of those old like just stools, like a circular stool with a low back, and he's fiddling with some agent, something on his agent. And when you get closer, you see he's playing some old game on it.
Evening, sir.
So, you need your car fixed? Kind of looks around for a car.
No, don't need a car fixed.
Oh,
I need to know if the owner of that bike lives in that building I just came out of. Or
the
you see her go.
The bike is in the alley. You can't point to it from
Oh.
where you are. You're outside all the way around. You're on the what would be the backside
Okay, I'm
of
on
Ember's.
the backside of the.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, then let me change it up. I was like, you probably know this neighborhood well, right?
I guess. Who's asking? Hey,
At this point, Vin,
what you want to know? What you want to know, young buck?
I was like, I want to know about the Chrome chick that lives around here. That's what I want to know.
Oh, only Chrome girl I know. She's oh, what name did she give me? I think it was Ember. Anyway, she rides a bike. I fixed it once. That's the only Chrome girl I know.
Right. Where's she live at?
Hell if I know. She's got good creds though. Everything checked out.
All right. Right. I'm going to use interrogation. I'm going to pick the little Asian man up. I'm going to be like, I'm going to ask again. Where does she live at?
All right. You start asking your questions. Give me your interrogation roll. Interrogation plus cool.
Because Vin's not in the mood.
Yep. Yep.
This is actually the first time I get to use it finally. $15.
15. Okay, good. So he's, hey, whoa. All right. Look, you ain't gotta break me. I don't like giving up stuff on my customers. I know she's local. I see her riding by every so often. But I don't really know where she lives. It's not like I take down address information when I fix people's stuff. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second, folks.
Are you monitoring Twitch? Because my wife did just join.
Okay. So. All right. So we're good. So anyways, you are in here with him, and I'm sorry. He said, yes, I've got the. He kind of knows that she's local, but he doesn't really know more. Unfortunately, is your problem because he never took her address. He says, tell you what, I have seen her go. She always seems to be coming from this corner up over here, and he kind of points back towards that alley, where you had to walk around, and says, I know. Maybe every other day she comes out and rides by, but I kind of get the impression that she stays there quite a bit.
Understood.
Sometimes she's in
I gently.
sometimes she's in an
go
old
ahead.
pickup truck, an old white pickup truck.
Right.
Some big guy driving around in it.
Yeah. Okay. And he puts him gently back down because Vinton's had him full up off his feet.
Right.
Now, you're gonna forget that we were here, right?
Yeah. No, I don't even know who you are.
Appreciate it. All right. I guess I'll go back down the alley. There's nobody else or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of go back and it's still Zen hanging out. Writing his blog away.
Hey,
kind of
Zen,
thing.
how's your perception or espionage, anything like that?
I can keep an eye out. What you need?
To find this chick, find out if she's in the building or if she's somewhere else. See, I never got a chance to see where she was at. She talked to us with nothing but comms and videos, which can be transmitted. I need to know if there's a way to find out if that's coming from that building.
I can't see through walls, if that's what you're getting at there.
You can see through windows, though.
Can't see through windows. You can see through
You see?
windows.
What I meant is, you got thermo, right?
Nope. I got targeting.
Because I just don't want to, out of character, I don't want to go kicking in a door. So
Yeah, Zen neither.
Hmm.
But he doesn't really have any like thermo vision or anything like that. He's got a targeting scope built into his cyber optics, but that's it.
Because I want to, you know what? David, would it be out of the stretch of the imagination that night vision camera also had thermo on it?
We could say that it does its business via thermal. I'm okay with
Okay,
that.
cool. I want to use that and use perception, but I want to look at all the if there's any second story windows, especially over that building, that might have an abnormal amount of heat or
Yeah.
silhouette.
Sure. So you bust out that night vision thing and you kind of get it keyed to thermal stuff and you start scanning this building. Give me a perception roll. With a because you're using some enhanced stuff, let's do a +2 on that. Nobody's gonna really mess with you because you've got this big dude in combat armor near you. Like nobody's gonna stop you from doing this scan. So.
Oh, I've switched into my heavy stuff, by the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nobody's messing with either of you two right now. While you case this building with obviously high-end optics.
Yeah, just to make sure, Zen's been doing his job this whole time, which is to look tough and be a solo. So he's been doing stuff. He just hasn't been shooting anybody.
Yeah, no, like just to give it to you, you're used to this, Zen. When you're on like guard detail, you're fully suited out, you're looking tough. There are people around, and you are not being looked at, right? Especially right now with two of you, and there's like no soft targets near you. There's like, why mess with two war boys? Like, I don't want to do that. There might be after a while, maybe towards the end of Vinton doing his scan of the building, you do notice that the same car has driven by 3 times now, right? But that's about it, right? So someone is noticing you and someone is watching you, but nobody is like making a move on the 2 toughest guys on this block.
Yeah, and Zen's keeping a pretty constant feed to at least Vinton of who's coming and going and that kind of stuff through like comms.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. So with the 20, you're kind of casing this place with those thermals. that penthouse club, whatever that is at the top level, you do notice some heat signatures coming off of that, like either computers or I don't know, like a hibachi grill or something. There's something really hot up there on the top floor that's currently running away. You don't see like a person necessarily up by the windows from your angle here on the street level, but there's definitely some heat emanating from that top floor.
Might be a wild goose chase, might be something. Let's head up.
How do you get up there?
There's no fire escapes on these buildings.
So the fire escapes, let's look in this alleyway here. Not really. No. There is an apartment door entrance that looks like there's some stairs going up. Or you could try and get access from the outside, just climbing up through like some of the bric-a-brac, some of the just junk that's out here. You know, getting your handhold, foothold, and just kind of scaling the outside wall. There are definitely places where you can
6 meter vertical leap.
Also, he can just
Cyberleg.
jump up.
Damn.
I mean, that's what,
That's like getting you up.
18 feet.
Yeah,
18
that's
feet.
getting you up
Something like
onto like the next floor. So like after a couple of rooftops, you could get to the top of this building, kind of thing. You know.
You want to
You can do some pretty good jumping.
You have a rifle, right?
Assault rifle, yeah.
All right. Here's my sniper. I'll hand him my sniper rifle. I think
Okay
it's
then.
decent. And all of my AP round.
Gotcha.
Is he going up by
I'm gonna
himself,
send
or
it
are you following him?
I'll follow him through the stairs.
Okay. So awesome. I love this. So while they're in there having the surgery to save their life, you two are on a Spec Ops mission in full war gear, climbing your way. Are you trying to be stealthy about this from the people around you? Like, do you
No.
want? Okay,
I have
I'm
some
not.
stealth. I would attempt.
I'm not.
give me your stealth then.
I'm not. I'm kicking indoors.
So let's see. That's. Oh goodness. Roll 1d10 plus. Looks like I've got Dex of 6 and Stealth of 3, so it's plus 9.
Okay.
17.
Awesome. You pick a quiet moment when there's fewer cars driving by the street. The people who have not been watching you are not around, kind of thing. And you make it up to the first level. You stay low, going across this roof that you're on. Get ready to leap onto the second roof. And it's always jarring when you use your pneumatic, when you use your cyber leg like this, because it does this like unnaturally low crouch, and your other leg you just have to kind of hold on to it and keep it out of the way while your cyber leg does its business. And then there's this as your body extends and it hurls you up, right? And you've had to spend a lot of time learning how to regain your balance after it's jettisoned you, 6 meters into the air. But you've figured that one out, and you've got it, and you've been doing good soft landings so that you're not like going through roofs and you're not making it super obvious that you're leaping up here. And eventually you make your way to this building. Vinton, you kick your way through that first door, and you start heading up the stairs of this apartment building. And it's just a bunch of switchback stairs, and each floor is maybe a couple of apartment units, and you just kind of keep going. No one is opening their door. You notice that a few of the peepholes are dark as you tromp up these steps, but nobody's like, what's going on? Nobody's going to challenge you because they can hear your heavy feet going up these steps. Like, Vinton is a big guy. He's wearing heavy armor jacket. He's got his guns, right? Like, as you are, and you're not trying to be stealthy, so you make a fair bit of racket going up these steps, but nobody's going to challenge you. And you make it up to the fourth floor. There's the penthouse above you, but there's no stairs going up any higher. Up on here on the fourth floor, there are 4 apartment doors going into various units, but there's not stairs going all the way up to the 5th floor.
Found it. that's what a penthouse is for somebody important. It's got to be that. So,
Give me a perception.
yeah, let me get a perception because I'm trying to figure out how I would. Can I use my thermo again?
Now you're in this like dark hall. The thermals aren't going to help you here.
$15.
15. Okay, cool. So while you're up here, you notice that 3 of these apartments look like they're in use. The 4th apartment you feel like is not in use. It's going towards the north, and you feel like it's not in use because you can smell like a really bad stench coming from this apartment.
Gotcha. I'm gonna open that stealthily, quietly, which I have wanted.
Okay. Oh, do you have any basic tech to pick this lock or anything like that?
I have 3 in basic tech.
Then do that. Let's do that. And let's not even worry about your stuff.
Okay.
Because it's really, are you going to pick the lock, which is rather quiet, or are you going to kick it in, which is rather not quiet?
Right. Which is still an option.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, cool. So yeah. Oh, and an explosion. So yeah, you get down there, you get your little lockpick, kick it out, and you make your way through this door, nice and quiet. This stench that you're getting in here is definitely death. You feel it in the back of your throat. You're immediately trying to clear it out of your throat. You're just trying to. Oh, it's bad. But you're in the building, and nobody's challenging you.
What do I see in this other? Probably a dead body.
Yeah, you case the place. It looks like somebody died here a while ago, alone. And you have no idea like age or any of that kind of stuff. It's just a new vacant apartment, and nobody's gotten it cleaned out yet.
Okay. Do I see any way to access the penthouse?
You find a way to open a window and get your way up onto the roof.
Okay. All right, I do that.
Cool. You join Mr. Zen up on the roof. You two find each other up here. The penthouse is in front of you. The wall that you're on is the water wall, so it's all bricked up. But on the sides, east and west, are where all the windows are. So you could get onto the roof of this, or you could look around into the windows, or do whatever you want.
What's the plan, boss?
I want to scan the windows one more time to see if I get a better look at what's going on here.
Yeah, now that you're up here, you're looking in. Give me a perception as you're kind of looking through this this top level.
$16.
16. Okay, cool. So what you see up here is actually a really, really nice, very plush restaurant. And in the center is this huge, like, Mongolian fire pit type situation. And it looks like the people who are in here are eating, like, real beef, real, like, pork. And you see some nice suits in here. This part of town does not support this kind of clientele. It's probably some kind of like mob boss situation in this penthouse thing. Oh, I'm sorry, we lost somebody. Folks, actually, I need to take another break real quick. I'm so sorry. Guys, I will be right
Nope,
back.
I'm back.
I'll be
I'm
right back. I'm sorry, I have to
back.
take a quick break.
Oh, okay.
Entertain yourselves. I'm so sorry, everybody.
My phone cut out real. So the neighborhood doesn't support this.
Is the stream still on?
The stream is indeed still up.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
No
Hi,
rules,
everyone.
no rules, no
This
rules.
is High Shelf Gaming. We didn't give away Legend Keeper before, but I think that I'm going to make the executive decision and get in trouble later. Don't ask for permission. Apologize.
Beg for forgiveness, I think.
Basically, I think if you put Emporium in the chat, and we will do a giveaway for a key to Legend Keeper. Legend Keeper is this wonderful tool that we use for all of our games. It's a wiki, it's a map, it's everything. It's life.
It's a wiki connected to maps.
It's fantastic. So if you put the keyword Emporium in chat, we'll do a giveaway for Legend Keeper while we wait for Dave. It's free. You get a beta key. You can plan all your stuff in it. Just one word.
Yep. I can't believe David just left us here with no oversight.
No oversight? No.
What rascals we can be.
Oh, no one's put it in there. Come on, last chance. Hi, David.
Ah, darn.
I hear everyone.
We tried to give away a Legend Keeper key while you were gone.
We can do it now. We'll do it at the end. We'll give away
Emporium. Emporium. EMPORIUM.
I'm not. It's not listening for now, but
There's one person that's gonna.
We'll give away a Legend Keeper license at the end. So yeah, you guys you're looking into a very nice restaurant that is probably some kind of underground thing, because there's no like main entrance, there's no like obvious way in or out of this thing. The clientele looks pretty well dressed, and they're eating food that you have not seen in quantity in, I don't know, your whole adult lives, because again, this place has been like wrecked for the last 20 something years by the time of the Red. So the stuff that they're eating is like things that you heard that people used to eat that you all have not seen in your lifetimes, really.
Great.
Hey, that's a really cool find, Vinton. I wonder if they served to like outside clientele.
Let's go find out.
Oh, you hungry? Cool.
Yep. We got rope, right? I took some rope from the truck or a chain.
They
That's
do
what I
have
did.
my crude grappling hook, don't they?
I did take 2 of my chains with me from my truck. I was like, let's go find out. And we're gonna go kick in in those windows.
Wait, we're gonna kick in. Hey, now. Are we pissing off?
We're about to find out, aren't we? I'm trying to find Ember.
I mean, I'm sure the door just kind of opens if you like knock. But if you want to go loud, we can go loud.
Let's go knock on the door first.
Okay.
All right, boss man.
So y'all go about the business of trying to find this door, because it's not obvious at all where the door to this place is. And it takes you all a fair bit of just like being back down on the street level when you see an older Asian gentleman with like white hair and a really young friend with him. And the two of them walk into a little corner convenience store that's, they sell soda and beer and that kind of stuff, Band-Aids. And just on a hunch, you kind of follow them. And they get into the store, and you kind of lose them towards the back of the store as they're kind of shopping around, and you're trying to look inconspicuous, and you realize they went towards the back of the store and they haven't come back.
Cool.
And you go towards the back of the store, and you notice that there's one of the back freezer doors is not there's all the stuff in there, but it's actually just a picture of all the glasses and drinks and all that kind of stuff. You open that door, and it's this red velvet carpet stairs leading up.
Oh, this is nice.
You're right, it is.
It's pretty cool. I didn't know this place was here.
Was there a guy in the front?
Yeah, there's a store clerk. He can't see you from where you are, though.
How much intimidation does your character have?
Intimidation. Is that a separate skill? I got interrogation.
Interrogation.
I got
You wanna
3
talk?
and a cool of 9.
You want to go talk to our friend up there and see what's going on?
One cool motherfucker.
I'm pretty chill. Yeah, I can go talk to him. What you want me to ask?
Who runs upstairs? Who is it?
Okay.
And then see if they have any association with our with our cyborg friend across the street.
Sure. Yeah, I can ask those questions.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I'll walk up to the guy at the counter. Okay, good afternoon.
Hey, you gonna buy something or?
Oh yeah, I can buy something. I also had some questions.
Okay. But what?
Do you know who runs that really nice restaurant on the roof? The one that's got the entrance in your freezer?
I do. But if you don't know, you're not supposed to know.
Oh, that's fair. Is it somebody named Ember? Because I don't have to know who it actually is. I just need to know who it isn't. And if it isn't Ember, I don't care.
No, but she comes by every so often.
Oh yeah, do you know how to get to her place other than through the front entrance? You know if there's like a back entrance?
Nah, I just know that she knows the owner.
Okay. Cool. Very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What the hell was that?
I'll take a beer.
Yeah, I was about to say that'll be $1.50 or whatever it is.
That was fucking awesome, Vincent. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll put a beer on the counter.
Cool.
No, and I'm like, Vin would be like, what the hell?
Zen cracks the beer and is like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, he doesn't. It's not Ember.
Anything?
Apparently Ember knows the guy or gal who runs it. Yeah.
Enjoy your beer. I'll be right back. I go back to the store counter guy.
Okay, cool. He looks up from his whatever it is he's doing. Can I help you, sir?
Who's the owner?
Of this convenience store?
No, the guy, the restaurant. The restaurant.
Oh.
Another nice ass restaurant with a lot of beef that you can't get.
Yeah.
Who runs it?
If you don't know, you're not supposed to know.
Kid, you want to go home, right? You want to end your shift, collect your eddies. Want to go home, right?
Yeah. You want me to go home too?
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm just saying you came in here. There's cameras. Something happens to me, they're gonna know who did it.
I have my full face mask on, so they'll just know there's a big armored guy.
Oh God, you came in there with the armored thing. My apologies. Hold on. My whole mental image is wrong now. Okay, cool. He's like,
So did
Okay.
So did Zen.
So did Zen.
So did Zed.
Oh, really? Oh, man, he would not have been that nice to you
yeah.
guys. Damn it.
Oh,
okay.
no,
Damn
that's
it.
what made the whole scene so funny, though.
Oh, no.
Like,
I'm
well,
so
not
sorry,
waiting
guys.
on it.
I thought y'all were like, had taken your big battle helmets off before walking into that stupid convenience store. Okay, yeah. Then I'm so sorry. He'd be like, y'all can't come in here dressed like that. Sorry.
Oh, I like the first.
I know. I'm so sorry. I
That was
completely
so
missed
much
it.
funnier. There's two SWAT team members walking around in a convenience store makes that scene so much better.
This guy's seen some shit. This kid's seen some shit.
He's like,
That
no,
counter threat gave me tingles. Like, no,
I
you
know,
want me to
right?
go
Like-
home.
I think you let it play out the way it was.
all right, yeah, fair enough. We
I
let
thought
it
he
play
was
out the way it
just
is.
extremely badass.
He just doesn't care that y'all are in combat dress. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, fair enough. And he's like, you want me to go home? Trust me.
Look, man, I'm not trying to ask. That is, I got some friends that are in some danger, and I need to know who is up there.
Oh, if your friends are in danger because of people up there, I would just make new friends, man.
Look, man. And I kind of grab him by the scruff.
He's
like,
you go to reach for him, he backs away. He backs away, and you see him put his hand on a thing. He's like, "Hey, we could be real cool."
Then let's be cool. You know,
Yeah.
now I take my helmet off.
Yeah. He's like, "Uh-huh.
All right,
I like the tats. That's good." But
appreciate it.
he stays back, and he's got his hand on something. He's not touched it yet. But he's like, "Don't reach for me again."
Fine. Do you know who Ember? And
Yeah,
I know that you know.
Chrome girl. Yeah, I've seen her around a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
When she conducts business, does she conduct business in that little building over there, or does she conduct it up there?
I just know that she goes upstairs every. I don't really pay attention where she
Is she-
comes from or where she to after that.
Did she go up there today?
No, but she went up there earlier this week.
Earlier this. Thank you, sir. Put my helmet back on and walk back out.
He waits until you leave, and then the door shuts behind you, and you hear like the locks on it all activate.
Is Zen still inside?
On his way out, Zen's like, "Hey, thanks for the beer." Just kind of got the little like drinking port open.
and the open for business neon sign turns off, and you see him go over and start shuttering the place.
Great.
You guys like to run pretty hot, yeah? When you guys do jobs.
This situation got out of hand.
No.
Oh,
Usually we're a lot quieter than, but I just got done burying some teammates, and now I got two new teammates down there with an Arasaka board, a pissed off Chrome lady, and no way of figuring out how to get into her building without getting them killed.
Still
And
talk to
apparently-
us. Like, radio communication never stopped.
yeah, I mean, as long as they do a good job, they're good to go, right?
Oh yeah, no, but I thought you guys switched radio.
Well, okay.
That's the only reason I.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
Okay.
y'all swapped your radios over. Vincent had asked for a status update. You wouldn't have heard it coming in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
I'm
entirely
I'm
good.
with you now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Vince
sorry.
going off of it's been hours. He hasn't heard from you, and the last thing he remembers you saying is, "Hey, stay back," which means in his mind, he probably went immediately to his truck to look for the damn bomb. It's gone. He's like, "I'm not burying another one."
Okay,
So,
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
so he's like, "Ugh." So yeah. All right, now
Hey.
Vince kind of steaming.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Ven, you seem to be running a lot of stress. Seem to be running this in a very high stress manner. You ever heard of meditation?
Yes.
I mean, that could be pretty helpful in this case, because we sure don't want to make things worse, right?
Maybe on another day.
Another day, sure,
Maybe on another day.
but we got a lot of collateral on the table with not a lot of room to gain. You know?
He looks as puts his combat helmet back on and walks back to his truck, starts pulling out chains to wrap around the front end of his bumper.
Awesome.
Okay, we can do it your way.
You're back at your truck and you're like getting those chains like prepped. You know, you've got them like attached to the bumper, but you've got them spooled up so that you can like drive down with them already attached. So it's a real quick hook and pull kind of situation.
Yep.
And you look down the alley, and Ta and Spring are leaving that door, the door kind of shutting behind them, and the both of them just do this like little shiver of like, we just survived death, and are kind of looking around trying to find you guys.
Oh, hey guys, we're just down here.
Jesus fucking Christ, you alive. What the fuck, Spring? I've been asking for an update for like an hour and a half.
You're shouting down the alleyway at her and Ta. And Spring, you and Ta are both like, oh yeah, radios. Been on the other freak this whole time with Ember.
Yeah, I throw Vinton the bird.
And I
Vin
would
doesn't
yell back.
care. No, see, Vin doesn't care because he's running down there with his arms open and hugging both of them.
Yeah.
Thrilled to see. No. Look. Hugs. Come, my friends.
Bad touch.
I-
Bad touch.
I would, yeah, I mean, as he's yelling, I'd be like, oh, were you the one doing for the past hour and a half? No.
Yeah, like I need like 3 shots and yeah, bad no hugging. This is a no hugging zone.
Hey, you guys seem pretty stressed. I'll buy us a couple round of drinks if you guys want. Sounds like we got a job done.
That sounds like a plan, Zen.
All right, where are we drinking?
Pigeons?
You choose. You probably know some real good places, right, Zen?
Yeah, maybe. I got a local expert if you want me to roll.
Yeah, roll your local expert to find the right place for everybody to unwind.
Super.
I don't know
duper
necessarily.
chill. Someplace.
My
super-
goal, if I roll really well, I want to find that bar from Cyberpunk 2020.
The Afterlife?
No, just the one.
Oh,
that
the
they
Violent
sold at-
Femmes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll give you the Violent Femmes.
See, it's 5 plus 3. Okay. 12.
Okay. Do you know where the Violent Femmes are?
Okay, great.
And
Yeah, I know this.
And it's now known as the bar where Trey was resurrected, right? It's where like Trey was found alive again. And you guys go to the Violent Femmes, and there's like this little stage with a little amp. There's some guy up there playing a song, probably a cover of one of Trey's songs. And there's like pictures of Snitch Rich and Dr. Weiss and Trace up there. And there's these big dudes taking up these 3 benches in the back that are like, they've got these giant cybernetic arms. And like one of them has his arm open and he's got a little computer diagnostics there. And they're like sitting there tweaking him. And Zen, you know, these guys are X-Fit, right? They're like trying to tweak the firmware on their arms to make them extra strong. And they're taking away safety so they're extra fast and all kinds of things. Like if you do this like so many times, you're going to break this hinge. You're going to break this joint because you're blowing away all the safeties and all that kind of stuff. But these guys are just all about not just being chromed up, but being chromed up with like, custom firmware and all that kind of stuff to like do weird things with their cybernetics or extra. You know, they're always trying to push the limits on what their cybernetics could do.
Zen would kind of elbow Ta and be like, "Hey, those guys, they know a thing or two about hacking some cyberware if you're in the market for that kind of
Oh,
thing."
he's already has 2 drinks in his hand. He doesn't know how he's got them. He just downed them both. He says, "Someone." He just take like he's like, "Someone give me an agent." Is anyone gonna
You
give me an
don't
agent, or am I
have
gonna steal it off some guy?
you don't have one?
I don't have an
Spring
agent.
doesn't
No.
give you her agent. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Sorry,
I mean,
sir.
I don't.
Does
I don't really
Vincent
know you
give up
guys.
his agent?
Casey.
Hold on.
Actually, let me look. Oh, Casey, I don't think you have an agent.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
I don't think I put it in there, but I've had one for a while, and I got another one out whenever Scott gets back to play.
We just need to buy one for Ta. Like,
No, Todd doesn't
this
want to
is
be
the
trapped.
second
Todd's one of those
time.
people. He doesn't want to be trapped.
Zen will say, "I mean, hey, I'll give you mine if you sign up for my blog. I'll send you whatever
Fine.
you get in there." Okay.
And so I take it. I send another encrypted message to a number. I leave the group. I somehow have more drinks in my hand. Again, don't know how. Just they're in my hand. And he starts just talking shop with someone as he's getting progressively more and more drunk.
We
He's
should
like, "Oh
probably
my
keep
god,
an
you
eye
have
on the
no
kid.
idea. You have no idea what I just did. No idea." And he's just like shooting him back. Whatever. He doesn't even care. He usually prefers wine. It doesn't matter this time. He just whatever's giving to him, he's taking.
I like that kid. I think he's going places.
It's a good kid.
Yeah, if he doesn't get himself shot.
So
Here's some
Ta,
He
kind of
hasn't gotten himself shot yet.
you go to these XFit guys, right? And one, they can't not talk about XFit. That's like the only thing they ever want to talk about. And but two, like they immediately, as soon as you show them that you have a tech hand and that you're interested in what they've got, like you're their new best friend. Because there's things that you can do with your tech hand that they just can't do with the tools that they've got. And there's, things they want to get in. And Ta, they will find it difficult to let you go. Not that they're going to like make you do stuff right now, but you are engrossed in cyber augmentation, like augmenting cyber for the rest of the night. And they're buying you drinks and they're taking care of Ta. And there are people who like want to get a hold of you and, have you tweak their stuff and make their stuff all better.
Can we get Ta's drinks over here?
Nope.
Buy drinks. Buy drinks for his
don't listen to them.
friends.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
I'll take him back. I'll make him leave.
There's some rather large fellas and ladies that would rather you didn't.
Just gotta buy me a
Spring.
couple drinks. Just gotta buy me a
Spring.
couple drinks.
Please don't.
Yes.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look
those
all
are some
the
real nice
gas.
fellas.
Yeah, they're incredibly nice. Just, very focused on their hobby and their passion.
I actually think this is one of those rare times that Vinton doesn't drink.
Oh, spring is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those rare times that Vinton doesn't drink. He's happy to see that the hired gun that they got, for as weird as he is to him,
Mhm.
seemed to help out, and that you two are alive, and he's just sitting down and smoking on his last cigar that he's had for a while.
Good.
Zen's just having his on-the-job beers. He doesn't touch
Oh,
liquor
hell
while
yeah.
he's working, but beers, stuff like that, that's fine. Just like, I heard some rocker boy wrote a song here a few
Oh, yeah?
decades ago. Heard it was a big hit.
Being that Toff Spring are new, they wouldn't necessarily, would Vinton know that where he's at? Like, he would hit the people of that started the family?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think that Vinton, being as personal as Vinton is, and as much as he tries to connect with others, he would know that the Midnight Runners started because of Snitch Rich, Trace, and Dr. Weiss, and he would know that the pictures of Trace up here, like, I think I know that guy, and then you'd see the nameplate, or then you'd see the trio of them, like, holy shit, this is the bar where the old crew used to live, and those guys went on to found the Midnight Runners and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that would all dawn on Vinton while you're here, because you probably never really heard of the Violent Femmes, the bar, but now that you're in here and you're surrounded by all these images of your family's founders, like, it would start to dawn on him, I think, kind of throughout the night.
Cool. He would sit back further in a chair. He would actually try to disappear, in the sense of, like, just disappear into the crowd. And he wants to kind of be left alone, because in his mind, he's just, like, almost lost 2 more people under his watch, and he's just trying to reconcile with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay our hired hand is still hired, right? Like, we have you for a couple of days, right? Cool. I'm going to get so drunk that I need you to drive me back to the family and make sure the car's not hurt.
Yes.
That's how drunk I want to get.
Most expensive Uber Lyft ever.
But it was already paid for by the family.
That's right.
So.
That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, rolls over at midnight. So
you're like, don't you want like 2 more just so we can get into that 1201 situation?
We have you for 2 days, so we're good. We're just gonna close this place down. That's all.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and after
that's what you keep telling me. So
after the first cover band guy, there's a new person coming up singing new songs. She's a redhead and has some new tunes that she's written. And it's always one person with an instrument. They never let a whole band up. It's always like a kind of an open mic situation. Not really open mic. They schedule the people, but the idea is that it's a musician who's getting their start, right? Is the theme of this bar. So
you think that's the Violent Femme?
Haha. I don't know. You gonna say she's violent?
No, I'm working.
Ta, what are you up to? What are you doing while these guys are gushing over you?
So I am making sure I'm getting enough drinks to be thoroughly inebriated, but I also, like, after I start doing like the first like 5 or 10 people, can I start like charging them just a little bit? Be like, hey, happy to do it, but
so they're not making you do any work. Tonight is all shop talk, right?
Oh, it's shop talk. Okay.
It's all shop talk, and these guys want to book you. They want to they want to schedule you like a tattoo artist or something like that, where they're going to come to you or you're going to come to them and, book your time for a number of hours while you do system diagnostics, while you tweak this and that and the other, show them how to get over this certain fail-safe, all that kind of stuff.
It's everything Ta could ever want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ta's doing pretty well right now.
Awesome.
The old guy moved out of town, didn't he?
Or he's too expensive, and they're like, "Hey, there's a new guy. He doesn't know what he's worth. I'll pay him. I'll pay him pennies and get the same out of it. But yeah, and then Vincent, you are kind of disappearing into this place, just kind of lost in the memorabilia of it. It sounded like
that, and he's just trying to get past the whole ordeal, and he's also trying to figure out who those people were. That seemed really weird.
Right.
And there's a part of me that wants to ask the bartender. I might, after stewing a little bit and halfway done with my cigar, I want to go find a bartender that might know what's going on. Would this theoretically be in the same neighborhood?
It wouldn't be too far. It might not be too far away. 1 second, let me pull up Ledger Keeper. Yeah, so You guys are in.
Tell you what, I got one better. I actually got one better
Uh,
for you.
I'll say it's still on the Upper East Side. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just. I want to do two things if we want to move. I want to talk to the bartender, see if I can get any information about that place. And if not, I want to just kind of, while they're all having a good time, I want to take off of my truck and just kind of slowly drive back past Ember's place.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so you're gonna roll his knowledge local. Okay. He gives you.
My pen. Katrina, write it down. I lost my pen. Please and thank you.
I'll put it in Legend Keeper.
Yeah, the name he gives you is Ryukogo. Ryukogo.
R-Y... K what?
Ryukogo. Ryukogo.
It was a Mongolian barbecue restaurant, right?
Yeah, it was like a big flame pit. Like the Mongolian barbecue is like my best example of it or explanation of it, but it really is like a big, hot disc where they're cooking meats and things like that on it. Looked like they had all kinds of stuff, seafood and fine meats and all those sorts of things. So might as well call it a Mongolian barbecue place.
What was the part of town?
It was in the Upper East Side, but it was really close to city center.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's in
And
Legend
now,
Keeper.
cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
I would like to go back towards. I would like to go back Ember's place.
Yeah, you head back over to that side of town. That main strip that where the little mechanic shop and the corner store was on. That's really the street that separates the Upper East Side from city center. And then you've got that little alleyway where Ember's place was. What do you want to do while you're over there?
I would like to get out of my truck and walk back towards her place.
Okay.
But to show I'm completely unarmed. I'm actually in my Kevlar.
Okay. You're in Kevlar and you walk down that alleyway. Get everybody else out of here. As you were all drunk or drinking, having a good time, Vinton kind of snuck away. Whoa. Okay. All right, Vinton. What do you do while you're down there?
I want to buzz her door.
Okay. After a couple of minutes, you see Ember's face pop up. Vinton, I wasn't expecting you back.
It would be foolish of me to not say thank you.
Oh.
And that I hope there's going to be water under the bridge. My family realized we made a mistake and we'll never cross you again. If anything, we would like to actually try after some time to maybe work with you.
You see her metal face kind of scrunch. And it's strange as like the metal folds under metal and lifts and that sort of thing as it puts forth effort to express emotion.
Right.
And she says, I think for now we should both be happy that those that we love and care for get to see another day. I will remember this. Finn Blackbeard.
Star.
Star. Vinton Star.
Then Star.
Okay.
And I looked back at her bike and I was like, not many days you get to see an old Harley with a shovel head motor in it. Very rare.
I do like that bike quite a bit. Tell you what. I keep there's an old trash pile up this alleyway. It's a dead drop location. If you ever need to get a hold of me, grab something in a pink envelope or something that's not obviously not supposed to be there. Slip it between that big canvas bag and the garage wall. I'll find it and I'll get a hold of you.
Understood. Give my blessings to your father.
Send him your regards. Thanks for
Yeah.
bringing talented people. That made this a much more pleasant situation.
Our family has a knack of finding those kinds of. We're very good at what we.
I'll keep that in mind.
And he gives a very gracious bow, knowing that she used to work for Arasaka. Walks back to his truck.
Cool. Yeah, you see her give you like a respectful nod, but not nearly a bow kind of thing. And you leave, right?
Yep, I'm not trying to cause any more trouble. Not with all the guns and cameras.
Yep.
This was to make sure that the family's in the clear.
Sure.
That's all he wants. This is all he wants to know.
Yep. And you can see this little dead drop location right here. Right? As you're walking back, there's this big canvas bag, and that's exactly the spot that she was talking about.
Gotcha. Cool.
Awesome.
I'm heading back to. I don't know about the rest of them. I'm heading back to the site. They can get drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, you all we can go ahead and end it here. You all wind down the rest of your evening. Ta, you have a lot of contacts in Vinton's phone. Vinton, you're going to end up being kind of Ta's manager because they're all going to be contacting you, trying to get a hold of.
I think it was Zen's phone he took.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Well, Zen, you're going to be getting a lot of people reaching out to you trying to book Ta's time. I don't know how y'all are going to sort that one out.
Zen's sending those contacts over, and he'll
I
forward
just get
any
a whole bunch
messages.
of things.
Y'all
Just get a
figure it
whole
out.
bunch of, like,
Y'all figure it out.
Just
Ta
feel like
doesn't have a
Zen would
phone.
also be
So
It's a lot
chill
of
about it,
forwarding messages. And
it's a
just
big
like,
mess. It's a big
Is
mess.
Yeah,
Zen
just so
chill
you
about
know,
it?
it's
Just
not.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's chill. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, just so you know, this isn't Todd, but I'm sending your contact info on to somebody who at least knows.
blog. So, payment.
And
I can
check
check his
out this
blog. He
blog.
did like 300 forwards. Same thing.
yeah.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Congratulations. You know what? Here we go. Congratulations, because Scott hasn't been here. Goff, you get Scott's new phone. You now have an agent.
Todd doesn't want a phone. That's
Yeah,
like
I
half
don't want a
the thing.
phone.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want a
that's-
phone on him.
Oh man,
That's why he
That's
keeps
fine.
stealing other people's.
that's right.
Hell.
Does he at least have like a computer back at the
he
camp
has,
or
he has
something?
some sort of special device at home, but in his lab. But he barely ever uses it.
We need to teach Todd about burner phones. I think is what we need to do. We need
Jagos has
room
it pretty much right though. Zen's blog is like 50-50 buff poetry and just stories about the job. Some philosophical ruminations on inner peace
This is
in
the
this
new
cybernetic age.
So Zen needs a blog at blogspot.com. Is that what
Yes.
we're gonna go buy a URL for Ethan, and
That's
this
right.
is your new project.
Like you don't already have enough
Creative
work.
outlet.
Oh man. Well,
I
this
want to
was
see updates in Legend Keeper. That's what I want.
this was really fun. This was really fun. Folks that are watching the stream, we actually had a lot of interesting things going on in the background, right? One, I didn't know which crew was going to select to go to this project, but definitely Ember was not going to play nice here, right? So it was really lucky that it was a techie and a med tech that showed up, because that stuff matters, right? What's possible in this scene. We also had some other things kind of play out. We had some like cards used and that kind of thing, which was all good. We got to like advance the story in new and interesting ways. So I was really happy with the way this whole thing played out. I'm really glad that like Vinton and Zen could not just wait, right? All they had to do really was just wait. But y'all,
And Zen was perfectly happy doing that.
could not just wait. But it means y'all found out something, right? And this goes on the map in Legend Keeper. Let me pull Legend Keeper over. You know, in the Upper East Side, it's showing up on the stream. In the Upper East Side, there's now the Violent Femmes bar that y'all were just at, and there's Rio Coco's Grill, right? And we can also put a pin here for like Ember's office. And both of those are right there. So they're real close to each other, and we can later on fill in all the details on those, the bits that we know and that sort of stuff. But yeah, really happy with the way this played out. And I like that we get to kind of seed in some extra information about the town that we can go back and visit later on and kind of figure out who this real Coco folk person is.
It was really fun, David.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, stream, I think, a little core. Who's that? Oh, the little guy that like in the convenience store. Yeah. All right. Here, we'll make another pin. Little core. Snacks and drinks.
Snacks and drinks. You know what it reminds me of, Dave, is that little convenience store near the Marriott, or no, the Embassy where we stay at Gen Con.
Mm.
You know that little convenience store that's right there? Like
Yeah.
super packed of stuff. That's what made me think of.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, there's actually some convenience store somewhere that like actually has a false door and lets people into some
I'm
like
sure.
badass clubs. So I was just ripping on that one. But yeah, this is good. So yeah, I'm glad that we have Little Core's Snacks and Drinks, which is the front for the grill. And then there's the grill. And Ember's office. They're all right there. They're all right next to each other. And then the Violent Femmes bar over on the other end of Upper East Side. So good stuff. I like getting some more pins on the map as we go along. All right, so everybody on the stream over on YouTube and on Twitch, thanks a ton for tuning in. It's been a blast. As always, have fun and play well.
All your roles be